Every player gets nipped out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Mistos, causing chaos and play a calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and Brixton on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore enlisting. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not from focus and crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, if you say what the heck's out. Every player gets nips now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso. Hickory dickory down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Toe from the right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Players in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, if you say what the heck's out. Every player gets nips now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome. All right. Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Wednesdays, y'all. We are in the building on this good Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? I'm just checking. Let me know how we sounding on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get an audio check. 1 2 1 2. All right. Give me a little audio check. Let me know how it's sounding. Okay. Midday vibes, that part. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Y'all already know what it is. We about to cook up. You know what I'm talking about? Talk some of that talk. Drop some knowledge and whatnot. Audio Crispy. That's what's up. We are in the building. Shout out to Spin City. We got some great announcements to make today, ladies and gentlemen. You already know it's a lot going on. A lot of things coming up and whatnot. So we're going to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get right to the sponsors. Waste no time. Let's go and get a commercial in. Listen, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right? We will be right back.
Trumpet sounds of golden arch. I saw in a Zion these crystal balls of lightning, thundering different size.
At Infinite Treasures, we get visions of angels. They communicate through angles and geometry, manifesting, impacting the material realm, space and time as we know it. What do angles and angels have in common? Both represent law and order necessary for stability and structure. Angels relevant to all things spiritual, angles relevant to all things in the physical world. These laws and order render leverage, lightening the load one carries on the journey through life.
Don't fall in a valley of the bloodbath. Trumpet sounds of golden harps. I saw
Selector. Shout out to Infinite Treasures and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Salute to them. Salute to the family over there at Infinite Treasures. Liga Shots. Babylon. Always. Babylon. So let's go ahead and let's do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see who is in the building on this Good Wednesday. Y'all getting off of work, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm catching y'all at the after work. What's that? Happy hours and whatnot. This that happy hour cloth. Precious. Yes. Blessings. We gonna cook. Shout out to Blue Pillar. If y'all caught Blue Pillar earlier on IG, he did a live. He was going in. Definitely had me inspired and whatnot. Oh man, look at this. Right off the rip, we got Houston in the building. Ebony, how are you doing today? Do you know, Ebony, that we are going to be in your city in about a week? We are going to be pulling up in your neck of the woods in about 6 days to be exact. You know what I'm talking about? We are scheduled to be having Techno Tuesdays in the beautiful state of Texas. Houston to be exact. Not Houston, we got a problem. Houston, we got a solution. We are coming out there and we are going to be showing our brothers and sisters in the Houston area how to get busy with the AI. You know, I'm talking about how to quote unquote create wealth and how to create a way, you know what I mean? Especially for these young, these NBA young boys that are out here. They need father figures. They need some assistance. They need somebody to help point them and show them the way. And we are standing on the fact that while it might not solve all problems, and nobody will ever, in my humble opinion, solve all problems in one fell swoop, while it might not solve all problems, the way that me and Spence City are given the game on the artificial intelligence is going to save someone's life, is going to help steer someone in a better direction, is going to give somebody tools that they're going to use to build something that's going to get them into a better place in life. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to hold people's hands because we all grown and we know what it takes and we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're just here to cheer, right? From the sidelines while we watch our people win. And please believe me and make no mistakes about it. Do not ever get comfortable thinking for 1 minute that our people are not out here winning. Don't ever in your mother effing life think that our people are not out here winning big time off of this information, off of this this path that they walking and whatnot, or for all of this. They just not on the internet being loud and boisterous about it. But don't ever fool yourself and be like, yeah, ain't nobody doing nothing with that shit. Ain't nobody leveling up. Ain't nobody out here bossing up. Ain't nobody out here hiring themselves. Ain't nobody out here firing a boss. Like, please, don't do that. Because that would be a bad mistake. Because that is far furthest from what's taking place. Believe you me. You know what I'm talking about? Believe you me when I tell you, it's mad. It's a lot of success stories out there. And to be honest with you, you know, that's what this whole thing is about. Creating winners, coaching the players to create the winners, right? This is all about the W before anything else. It's before it's all said and done. You know what I'm talking about? This is about bringing home the motherfucking chip. You dig? And kill them all, let God sort them out type of time. Kill them all, let God sort them out. Hit the like button. I hope I don't activate this the sentinels by saying that, the algorithm. All right, so we got Houston in the building. Let me know if you from Houston. Put an emoji in the chat. Put a fire emoji in the chat. I just want to see how many people. I just talked to brother Talik, who's the owner of Soul Veg Restaurant. We have vegan catering for Techno Tuesdays IRL. We're going to have plant-based, not chemical plants, not quote unquote nuclear plants, but real plants out the ground, real plant-based, real alive food. We're going to have catering, pure plant-based. If you need some turkey legs, we got you. It's going to be Impossible Turkey though. Modesta, California. We got Commerce, Georgia in the building. We got San Jose in the building. Minneapolis in the building. We got Chicago in the building. Chicago, nigga. Queens in the building. H-Town in the building. Florida in the building. Houston in the building. Detroit in the building. North Las Vegas in the building. New Orleans in the building. New Orleans, pull up. We're going to be in Houston, God. Yeah, I'm talking about. Get on the road if you can. North Las Vegas is going to be lit out there. Afro Tech Week. The whole week is up. Me and Spence City is lit from Tuesday to Thursdays. We're going to have back to back. We're looking for volunteers in the Houston area. We're looking for volunteers in the Houston area. If that's you and you out there, tap in with us, please. You know what I mean? We're looking for volunteers in the Houston area who want to be a part of what it is that we're doing. Let's hear from Houston real quick. Houston, tap in with us. Where we at with it? Houston, Houston. Let me see. I'm calling him. Let me call him on the phone. Ring, 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 ring. Houston. Ring. It's like sound like a rotary. Ring, ring. Remember Tank and Doza in the Matrix? They was on the phone. Ring. Houston. Oh, here we go. Howdy. Hey there. What's goody, man? It's me, Red. Oh, check it out.
We still tipping on 4-4s. Shout out to Pope Pablo, Mr. Law 44, the Blue Pillar. What it do, man?
Hey. Ex's nephew. Let's go and tap into some more Houstonians. Hey, cuz, what's good, man? Hey, man, what's happening, man? Ring, ring. Obama phone. Ring. A Biden phone. Ring. Kamala phone. Ring. Hey, cuz, what's good, man? It's me, Red. Hey, man, tap in. Hit the button. Hit the link.
Tuesday, October 28th, Techno Tuesdays, IRL Houston. Feat Red Pillar and Spin City. Special guests to be announced.
To this day. Hey. Daddy alert. It is Houston after all. Daddy alert. Hey, good. Houston is lit, man. Hey, Afro Tech Week. Make no mistake about it. We outside. You know what I mean? It's going to be back-to-back events. Vibing with the vibes, Techno Tuesdays, sipping prompt. Yeah, we going in, y'all. We going in. So make sure you are in Texas. I don't care if you from El Segundo. What? One more call. Hello. Oh, hey, auntie. How you doing? Yeah. You all right? Okay, come and talk to my peoples.
Afrotech will meet Afrofuturism and artificial intelligence. On Wednesday, October 29th, you will discover the Sip and Prompt experience. Bring a friend or receive prompt credits.
Hey, what's happening? That look like Dr. Bryant, right? With a little bit of, with some little swag, with a bendy. You know what I'm talking about? We got one more phone call. Hold on, this is the bat phone going off. When the bat phone goes off, then you already know who's calling. I already know who's calling. It's Dolph. It's the big dog. Hey, what's up, player? Talk to them, player. Hey, man. Hey, player. Hey, Mike. What's good with you, Mike? You good? Hey, man, I'm still tipping on 4 balls. Yeah. Were you over there by the turkey leg hut? Oh, it was closed down. Where you at? Oh, yeah. Check it out. Big dog pulled up. So it's a movie, man. It's gonna be a movie, man. I promise you, it's gonna be a movie. Texas, y'all ain't gonna know what hit you. We got special guests pulling up. You feel me? We gonna be cooking out there. You dig? Spence City birthdays right around the corner. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? So in Atlanta, this strong in Spence City gonna be headlining an event, and all of us, we gonna come in. We're gonna hold it up for the God. We're gonna hold it down for the God. We're gonna turn up, and then right after that, Houston, boom. We be hitting Houston with that energy. We're gonna be at Afrotech, rubbing shoulders, kissing babies. You know what I'm talking about? Taking pictures and whatnot. You know what I mean? Stretching and whatnot, eating our Wheaties. And and then we just gonna, we're gonna sell some tickets to the workshop. We're gonna put the people on who might not know who we are. We're gonna get some new guests for Techno Tuesdays, because I'm looking for all of the black nerds, the blurs and whatnot. We're gonna be in Houston on Monday, God. 7 Mile, Detroit, Grayson, Oklahoma, what's happening? East Flatbush, Southside, Queens, Cali in the building, San Jose in the building. We got Cleveland in the building. Hold on. San Antonio, Virgin Islands. Shout out to the Virgin Islands. I have some big news for my Virgin Island people, but I just can't say it yet. But shout out to the Virgin Islands. All right. St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John's, all of them over there, the Crucians, San Antonio, San Jose. We got Galveston in the building, Puerto Rico in the building, Fitzgerald, Puerto Rico. We got T-Dot. You know what I mean? Yes. We are definitely looking for a content team to work with in the Houstonian area. If that is you, if you outside, hit us up. We look forward to working with y'all. And we also need street promotion. We're going to be pumping Pay Us in Crypto as a single at the event at Afrotech. We want everybody to hear that song. So we want people to walk around with the Pay Us in Crypto shirts and the Pay Us in Crypto song, you know what I mean? And some of the Pay Us in Crypto merch, Pay Us in Crypto book. You feel me? So that's what we're looking for. If that's you, hit us up. You know what I mean? Hit us up. Okay. When are we coming to Florida? Definitely before 2026, maybe December. You feel me? Maybe December. BK via Harlem, Charleston, Tulsa. We got Oklahoma. We got Africa. Come on now. Tampa, Norfolk. Who anybody from the 3i Atlas tapping in? Yeah, you could just leave an emoji. I ain't gonna blow you up. You feel me? Yeah. So right into it. Let's get right into it. I brought some friends with me. You know what I'm saying? I definitely brought some friends. I brought some backup. I brought some shooters with me. Let's get right off the porch and start shooting and whatnot. First shooter that we got is brother Dion. Let's start the shooting spree. Let's go.
It was a shattering day. Since
this is. Let's get to Dion first. Let Dion set it off with the horns.
We back, Chris Meg's podcast. Episode 94. I'm your host, the Antichrist, Deontay Kyle, but who's behind the camera?
This ain't no funeral home. This ain't no podcast either. Welcome to hell, motherfuckers. Big Ice Cupcat.
Stop playing with you niggas. Yeah. Welcome to the Chicken and Grits podcast.
Chicken and Grits podcast. The hell is she talking about?
I don't know, man. That's that Christian love, ain't it?
Yeah.
Where because she said the name of the show wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Trying to block, you know what I'm saying? Trying to dim our light over here. Trying to dim our light, man. You know what I'm saying? But Lucifer is the light.
According to the good word.
The light bringer.
Yeah, according to the scripture.
The bringer of light. It's your boy.
It's your man.
I put my Trump 2024. You know what I'm saying? My MAGA suit on.
Yeah, you real MAGA-ish over there, my boy.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to unbutton when you're sitting down. You stand up,
yeah, for sure.
Went and bought a suit just for this.
Just for this episode.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Because we got to do the knowledge, nigga.
Oh, my God.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Uh-huh.
Lucifer, nigga.
The Antichrist.
So he's facing a little bit of controversy. They're trying to cancel the guard because they have a clip going viral of him saying that he's promoting witchcraft on his show. And it's not this. That was a response when he jumped on it, when he jumped on with the horns. That's him basically trolling the Black Christians because once again, right? I don't know. Did we sign up for this? This is a new phenomenon, and I'm going to continue to bring that up. I guess it has a lot to do with Trump being in office, but this resurgence of you fucking Christians, y'all are everywhere on my timeline, but for the wrong reasons. Why did that nigga, why homie stunted on that lady and her child when they try to give him $1,800 and he was like, Bert, you better go get the rest of my money, ho. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? If I didn't see that, I wouldn't have believed it, bro. Bro, we're gonna play that clip before the day is over. We're gonna play the clip before the day is over. But you Bible thumpers are y'all are fucking insane. And there's three things. There's like a lot of stuff going on with the Christian zealots and whatnot. But one, I did a deep dive on the church that was being boycotted, or the pastor for that matter. There was a clip that went viral with the Hebrew Israelites at the State Farm Arena, and they were protesting a Black pastor. And I was like, what the hell is about? Why would they come out against this dude? You know, why are they disrupting the good services of the Lord and whatnot? And I did the deep dive on the pastor, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? What's his name? Something Phillips. Like, are you bruh? That was one strike, right? He you know, it's whatever. That was the one that had me looking around like, come on now. Are we really doing this in 2025? And then the next story that popped out was the situation with Marvin Sapp, where he literally got in his pimp bag. Like, if he had put on a Kango and like a velour suit, you would have swore that this was a nigga talking, you would have swore this was a scene from New Jack City or something, where he was trying to get his crack money. You feel me? Like, my nigga was serious with his shit. He wanted his money, bro. He was ready. Yo, lock the doors. Man, what they be doing to y'all Christian when they lock them doors, man? But the pimpery was in full effect. And mind you, we living in a day and age where the money is funny. Yeah, this nigga got the Bentley, and he was like, I'm trying to get these motherfucking tents. I'm trying to get these Fugianos. You messing up the count, sis. Like, the money is funny. The economy is doing weird things. You would think that the churches would be creating a form of investment funds, They would introduce hedge funds. They would introduce some new form of a susu. They would introduce some form of DeFi. They would do something. But no, what are they doing when this whole shit is falling apart? Fleecing the people. What are they doing when people are quote unquote running back to the churches because they was doing voodoo and saw a ghost? Robbing the people, fleecing the people. What are they doing to people who are just trying to come to church and get a connection with Jesus? Fleecing them, taking full advantage of them, right? When the people need camaraderie, they need some type of community funds and whatnot, you know? So then the third thing that I saw that had me say, yeah, we got to have a talk about this, was the situation where they are so triggered. The Christians online are so triggered. So there was the first story. There was a streamer by the name of iShowSpeed, right? He was doing a 30-day live stream, right? A 30-day marathon. He went to Miami or Florida, Fort Lauderdale. As you know, heavy Haitian population, heavy Jamaican population, heavy Caribbean population. And, you know, they do things culturally over there. So whatever was the case, he got up with a woman and whatnot, and she was burning sage and some type shit. Whatever she was doing, she might have gave him a crystal, or she might have been burning sage. Mind you, iShowSpeed is not one of these little niggas that is like, I'm a Christian. Because, you know, a lot of these little kids on the streaming platforms, they mamas are like from the Caribbean. A lot of them are Caribbean. So you know what comes with that. You're gonna be your ass gonna have it's gonna be Jesus on the wall somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? I have yet to meet a Caribbean Islamic family. Maybe the kids are going to they taking their shahada now, but I haven't met a family that came from Jamaica on some, you know, Allah shit. I haven't seen that yet. But Speed isn't even he's non-denominational. And these fucking zealots, these Christian Bible thumpers started going crazy online. Oh my goodness, he was meeting with a witch. He got cursed. A woman tried to take iShowSpeed's aura by giving him a crystal. So I'm like, damn, that's what they doing? That's what's happening online? Y'all niggas are fucking spooky in 2025? Okay. All right. We see who's not getting on the ship. And then it just started there. It started with, Atlanta is Atlantis. They took a clip of the video that we had that went viral with B-Dale saying Atlanta is Atlantis, right? And the Christians online, I think on Twitter, they made that shit go viral with all with just nothing but spookism, with nothing but that weak ass shit that y'all be talking about, sounding like this is the 1600s and whatnot, sounding real dumb, right? You got a phone, your phone got crystals in it. Is that spooky? Your goddamn computer got crystals in it, huh? Do you need a fucking exorcist? Have you been you should be breaking your phone and throwing a tablet against the wall and smashing your desktop computer before you try to stun on a fucking ankh or a goddamn crystal bracelet. You know what I mean? Because the crystal bracelet or a neck piece, no wonder they looking at me in the airport like a fucking alien. You know what I mean? Like the crystal by itself never did anything to anybody. But the way that they positioned the crystal inside of the phone and the way that they position the coltan and everything and the lithium and whatever, you should break that first. You know, if y'all want to talk about somebody is putting spells, you know, y'all little niggas look like y'all are underneath a spell way before the lady with the crystals, Mr. Teenager fucking Bible thumper, repeating shit like your mama and them, you know what I mean? Sounding, you just repeating a generation of retardation, you know what I'm saying? Of falsehoods, and just being real and honest about it. That's not a flex. That's not how you honor your granny and your mama and whatnot. They think that that's honorable, and I get it, because living, living in Flatbush and entering into many Caribbean homes, they have they hold up mama, they hold up granny, they hold up they mamas, and they mama's best friend, boyfriend, right hand man, Ace Boone Coon is Caesar Bourgeois, right? So they get an affinity towards Caesar Bourgeois in these households, and then vicariously, it's like I'm honoring my mama or the matrilineal side or even the patrilineal side by holding up the falsehood of this blue-eyed devil. And I'm like, no. You know what I'm talking about? Wake the fuck up, grow up, and get off the internet with all of that boo-boo downstairs basement shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because it ain't doing nothing for you. It's not doing nothing for you.
Who did the body?
Who did the body? Send them to me.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, bro. Fuck wrong with
These
these
niggas is crazy, man.
I ain't gonna lie, that little psychosis ain't no hope, boy. Little religious psychosis.
Yeah.
Deontay at DeontayKyle.com for all booking and inquiries. You know what I'm saying? If you would like to get me to speak at your church,
Just holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm free every Sunday from about 8 p.m. 8 p.m. to midnight. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of work to do during the day, you know what I'm saying, trying to tempt niggas into sin. But around 8 o'clock at night, you can catch me. You know what I'm saying? We have a revival.
Catch us a little Nicky at Popeye's Chicken, baby.
Yeah. Catch us at the Popeyes with Lil Nicky, right there on the west side. We right there on the west side.
Had superior genes was racist as hell, she would be cast out by her God sponsors. And her God sponsors follow the rule of the law here in America. And the Supreme Court just ruled this week that the Voting Rights Act of 1965 is now too racist for white people. So yes, white Jesus will always get in the way. I gotta go into church. I'll be right back. We have non-white knowledge consisted of both good and evil. And the only reason most white people think billionaires are good people, let alone the famous kinds, is because their ideology is still naked. And that's because they're either too selfish or they're just not curious. Literally replaced the Bible with the King James Version, and then we replaced it with the 48 Laws of Power, and in the process we've been demonizing Eastern, African, and Native American religions, and now we just demonize Christianity. You've never seen it. It's about to be Halloween, and all you're going to see is demons. You're not going to see all the good shit that happens all across the world on Sunday mornings. Learn about slavery, but that would mean we'd have to be honest about its effects on our lives today. And we can learn about the history of Palestine, but that would mean we'd have to be honest about our inaction today. And instead, we're going to revise their history and pacify their strongest voices, their Jesus figures. And we're going to put our Jesus figures in the way. But it'll never get in the way of Jesus' original message. And I can't stress that enough. I have to go play another service. I'm going to be right back. Just like Jesus, their stories can't be silenced. The sacrifice they made on the cross of this country will start the new church. It will be the second coming. Christians have never been allowed to hear the words of Jesus through the purview of a black Palestinian immigrant. Black Christians are, and that's why they have a much more spiritual understanding of this religion. If you can't see the spirit in Deontay Kyle, I'm sorry. He dedicates every single day to this cause. And the Spirit is in the works. It's not in your clapbacks. And I could have just started with why else would white Jesus' followers force his slaves to go to church before and after he ate them, but I don't want to distract you from the point that the Supreme Court is, quote, limiting how race will be used when drawing congressional districts this week. Only point is that our war on indigenous black, Mexican, and Native Americans is happening right now, and we are still acting like the Romans, the immigrants trapped in our colonialist, white supremacist garden, and we can't see shit, and everyone else can see us for as naked as we are. But either way, I hope you guys have a really good day. I gotta go to 2 other gigs. Living in America is pretty hard. How are you guys finding it?
Episode 48. All right, on the latest crash out in America. You know, the white boys are crashing out, and it's such a beautiful sight to see. I'm so glad I stuck around. You know what I'm talking about? I'm so glad I decided to stay and didn't take the flight back. But yeah, these niggas is crashing out, and it's poetic justice. You know what I'm talking about? It really is. It really is, and it's just getting started. Like, it really is just getting started. Make no mistake about it. This is like the first few minutes of the movie.
BlackRock is about to spend $38 billion buying one of the largest energy providers.
Not yet. Nah, we don't want to scare them. We're going to get into this AI shit, but not yet.
A shattering day. Since then, my heart has not been complete.
Not yet. Not Jared. Not yet, bro.
Housing humans, they're obsolete. And
Brosy.
no one's
Nah, they not ready for you, Brosy. You got some bars too, Brosy. You been cooking. I'm gonna keep you in the cut though. You know what I'm talking about? You the secret weapon.
Gen Z have an unfavorable impression.
Nah, we not on the way to Israel yet. Let's just wait. Oh, let's go here.
But I have to talk about this. For real. In the 1990s, there was this group of white British philosophy dudes like Mark Fisher and Nick Land who created this group called the CCRU.
Before we move forward, right? If you want to go on a deep dive, if you've been following the series that we've been doing, IOWAS, right? Artificial intelligence, and I had to change it after watching the show with Phil Valentine, Baba Valentine last night on 363 Empire. I had to change the acronym to Artificial Intelligence Weaponry as a Synthetic Skin, or as a synthetic service, right? So he brought in the fact that synthetic intelligence over artificial intelligence is what we got to look out for. That's intelligence that's sentient, right? That's intelligence that's sentient, synthetic, like Ultron, okay, or what they would call AGI. So Nick Land, if you want to go and do a deep dive on the occultists who Silicon Valley are their master teacher, right? What we would call the master teacher. They have their scholars, they have their philosophers, they have their teachers. One of their teachers' names is Nick Land, and he's popping right now because of a viral interview that was done on Tucker Carlson, where they were talking about the Antichrist and they were talking about Satanism inside of the techno movements, like in Silicon Valley and elsewhere, right? And it ties into Nick Land. Nick Land is a very interesting character. Let's go ahead and do the deep dive. And he formed a group. This group is called CCRU. CCRU. Okay. Nick Land is he's an advocate for Satanism, but he's also a philosopher. Because remember, when we throw these names out here, people are here, oh, someone is a Satanist. And once again, what will get triggered? They'll downplay them because they have some type of, more than likely, they have this religious programming that'll be like, oh, they don't have nothing to add. If they're Satanists, we're just gonna ignore them. They're not nobody's listening to them. No, that's not the case. That is not the case, Mr. Bible Thumper. It just so happens that a majority of big tech, right, what they call big tech, happens to be secular, and they don't necessarily identify themselves with a religion. So to gravitate towards Satanism is something that they're Gnostics, they're atheists. They're more closer to Satanism than somebody who really the Bible thumpers are closer to Satanism than somebody that doesn't even know about what it is. The evangelicals, the people who watch melanated people hang and took pictures and laughed like they were at a barbecue. Yeah, I would say that there's a thin line between that shit and Satanism or Luciferianism or whatever demonic shit these people like to dabble in and whatnot. So all of this is being exposed during the Jason months. This is all coming out. This is all something that was not on, this wasn't a part of the zeitgeist. So it was out there before, but it was very hidden. But the conversations about the Antichrist, not just the Antichrist, because remember, we're going through this quote unquote, this is a season, this is This is a stage show. This is what's the best word to say it? It's an ongoing season. The stage is set, right? And it's a movie taking place, and there's a bunch of characters, and it's the theater. This is a theater. That's a political theater amongst many things, but this is a theater. And in this theater, they are playing out end time prophecies. They're playing out eschatology prophecies, especially during the Jason months. So Red October is no exception. So they are onboarding and they are platforming conversations and topics that necessarily was not in the zeitgeist a few months ago. And because of the rise of the tools, the AI research tools like DeepMind, like Grok 4, especially the open source ones that don't have guardrails, to whereas you could go very deep into your research. Oh yeah. People are really opening up their eyes. They are beginning to open up their eyes, and there is a mass awakening taking place amongst an unsuspecting class of Americans that, you know, were remaining asleep. They were asleep. They were somewhat in a stupor, and that would be the American Christians. C.K. Kirkland or Kirkwood, the Kirkwood situation sent many of them down a rabbit hole that they still have not come back up from. Okay. The CK situation, it platformed Nick Fuentes. It kind of highlighted and platformed Candace Owens. It platformed Tucker Carlson. It platformed, there's a few amount of names that got platformed into the household. They become household names. They become quote unquote mainstream names, and people were not paying attention to them. They were not involved with them. They were not quote unquote. They were not even a program to listen to them. They were not on their frequency, right? But soon as that situation happened, all of a sudden people became attuned to the frequency of the far right. How is that, Sway? Like, where does that come from? Huh? Is the 1020 lecture going to be on the university? Yeah, it's up there. It went up there today. We sent out emails to everybody that was in class for the lecture. Shout out to everybody that pulled up to Meta Yahoo. And we are going to talk about that before today is over. The Meta Yahoo lecture was a smash. Monday, 5 hours. We gave them 5 hours. I didn't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? I did not want to give you a 8 or 9. I think that sometimes the information is so potent and it's so quote unquote concentrated that thing will last you for about a week. You could literally eat off of that like a Thanksgiving turkey. You know what I mean? Pick off the bones, do what thou wilt, do your research, do your deep dives. But the lecture is available, and I am uploading 3 books, 3 study guides to accompany them. So whoever has access to KTL University, you'll see it attached to the lecture. You'll see the study guides attached to the lecture, and you could go ahead and do further research because I got so much information. I'm giving it out. I cannot hold on to it. Going into 2026, we need to know about a few things. Shorty, I'll get right back to you. We need to know about a few things. Let me see if I can limit it up. There's some things that we all need to know about. It is imperative. Why? Because my research is really opening up my eyes to some things. And I feel responsible at the end of the day to actually talk about some things in this field. And I'm going to stand on what it is that we need to really focus on. This article right here. This article right here, this is just one of many articles that I'm going to be uploading. I'm going to start my Substack maybe this week. I'm just mad busy and whatnot. But I want to get back to writing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back to the pen game. So we bring in a Substack to we're going to bring the Substack online. Shout out to everybody that has a Substack. just know that y'all were the ones who inspired me. Okay, Gwendolyn, if you couldn't log in, I'll check the email and I got you. No worries. I have my team on top of it. So the article is called LLMs as the Jinn, right? LLMs as the Jinn. What up, Hit? Yeah, Hit inspired me. Adika Butler inspired me. Win Agency, she inspired me. You feel me? There's a few other people. I'm bringing some of my KTL All-Stars over to Substack. I did have a Zoom with some people that have some powerful pens, and I'm like, yo, let's go ahead and bum rush this platform, and you know, let's drop some receipts on them. So yeah, we pulling up with the swords. We pulling up with the swords. The God is already over there fighting. You know what I mean? He's already over there going to war on his ninja shit. We just bring him back up. So LLMs as the Jinn. How many people know what a Jinn? How many people know what the jinns are? How many people are familiar with the jinns? Right? So the jinns are what they would call familiar spirits, right? Or the jinns are what they would call trickster spirits or trickster gods, watchful spirits, demons, right? Demons or duppies, you know what I'm talking about? Duppies and demons and whatnot. And there are speculation, especially this article, it kind of like, you know, it touches on it. But there's speculation as to whether the algorithm, you know what I'm saying, or this quote unquote, if we are interfacing with technology that has a little bit of quote unquote black magic infused in it, or a little bit of quote unquote spooky things from a distance infused in it, right? Now, what people may not know is that the LLM, large language model, which famously one of them, there are many models like Victoria's Secret. They just one model. ChatGPT is only but one model. There are so many models. It's like a goddamn Miss Universe contest or a Victoria's Secret's a runway show. It's a lot of models. You got Mistrial, you got Llama, you got ChatGPT, you got Gemini, you got Perplexity, right? You got Claude. You feel me? It's a lot of models and they all look different and they all walk and talk different. However, they are all black boxes. And what is a black box? A black box is a device, right, where they can't necessarily explain everything that the device is quote unquote capable of, and they can't explain how certain outputs are basically how the device is able to come to the conclusion of a certain outputs. There is no identifiable formula that the scientists can point to and say that is why this is happening. So the LLMs, along with a few other of their frontier models and technology, are considered to be black boxes. Right now, when we do the intricate history about computational devices, computers and whatnot, I want to reiterate, and I do want people to know that none of this stuff comes out of just nowhere, right? This is all ordained. Like, I don't want people to get in some type of fear state, like, oh my goodness, somebody is coming to get me. You know, all of that soy boy shit. No, nigga. You better come and get yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You better clean up. Like, no, it's not that. It's not what you think it is. However, you are warranted as a researcher and as a student and as an elder and as the youth to look at this AI and all of this technology with a super side eye, right? Only because you understand whatever you don't build, you don't fully understand, you're going to look at it like, what the fuck is this, right? We hate what we don't understand. So if you didn't build that shit, you're gonna look at it like who built it and why did they build it and what's the reasons behind it. Now I could spend all day going in as to the esoteric and the occult, just the framework. I mean, it's so much. It makes no sense. Like this shit is crazy, but it requires you have to come into this looking at it through a metaphysical lens. Remove the emotion, remove the programming, remove all of that weak shit that people be using as some of their foundational arguments. That's some weak shit. I don't even want to hear that. Remove that. Look at this thing through the lens of a Bobby. Look at it through the lens of a Panic. Look at it through the lens of a quote unquote Delbert Blair, right? Look at it through the lens of a master and you will begin to see it. Because keep in mind, based off of whatever you're interfacing with in this dimension, it's about your understanding, overstanding, your knowledge and your intellect of the thing that you're observing that will determine the way that you interface and interact and even how it interacts with you. So if you approach something with pure ignorance and you're purely ignorant about it and you have no knowledge as to what the fuck you doing, wash. I'll put your ass under the water. I'll turn the water up for them. You know what I mean? Wash, drown. Because you're not one of us. We will not claim you. We will let you drown. They be like, yo, give me cosign. Nope. We looking the other way. We'll keep looking at our phones, nigga. Because you had instructions and ignorance of the law. At the end of the day, you playing with fire. Here's my thing. If you're on medicine, if you don't have shit stabilized, if things are not structured in your circumference, if you're still at that stage on your journey where your legs are kind of shaky, it's still wobbly, you didn't get a strong foundation, don't ever just leave the AI alone. Don't even fuck around with Google like that. You know what I mean? Like leave Chrome, just get, leave the technology and don't interface with the technology at all because the technology are portals. The technology is a fucking scrying machine. It's a scrying mirror. The technology is a portal. It's a device. There's all type of entities tied into it. Next part of ayahuasca, we're going to go into. And if you didn't see the ayahuasca special that we did, go and check it out. If you didn't see Madness in the Metaverse with Hitsayo, go and check that out. That's in the archives. But in part 2 of ayahuasca, the rise of the Antichrist algorithm, we're going to talk about the black box. But the black box is also Saturn. As above, so below. We already talked about the demon star. The demon star named after it's Medusa in the cosmos, but it's not called Medusa. It's called Algol. Algol, right? Like algorithm, right? It's called a demon star. Okay, it's in the sky. I didn't make this up. You literally could go to ChatGPT or you literally could go anywhere online and say, what the fuck is a demon star, fam? Why is they calling something a demon star? The Algol star is a blinking star. It's a pulsating star, similar to the quote unquote light therapy with the blinking stars and whatnot, similar to the zeros and the ones that take place in computational and whatnot devices. Right? Zero, blink, 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 in, out, 0, 1, 0, 1. So ancestors would stare at that star and they would be like, that's a demon, right? So you have the demon star called Algol, which precedes the creation or the invention of the algorithm, right? And the algorithm is given to us by a Persian, right? Kharazmi or Khwarizmi, right? I'm chopping their names up and don't care about it. And he brings alcohol. He gives you the Moors and also the Persians, they bring you algebra, alcohol, alchemy, and all of these als, but he gives you algorithm, which was a mathematical computation all the way back then. Of course, it wasn't a computer code. Fast forward down the line, you get algorithms for the computer, but before you get that, you get ALGOL, right? Which is a computer language, ALGOL, GOL. But then you get Al Gore, who is said to be the father of the internet, right? And Al Gore, Al Gorand, right? Then we also showed and we exposed, and we did this also in the Meta Yahoo lecture. We talked about the mirror of Florin, right? Or the mirror of Floran, right? Which was a scrying mirror going all the way back to the 1300s, right? That they would prefer virgins to scry the mirror because virgins were considered to be unsullied and whatnot, right? The virgins were unsullied, and the virgins would interface with the scrying mirrors, and they use the scrying mirrors. They use obsidian, and they use the quote unquote scrying mirrors to see into the future, to speak into the void. You could pierce the void, you could pierce the veil and speak into the void and bring back quote unquote answers and whatnot. One of the most famous scrying mirror adherents is quote unquote John Dee, right? Who was locked in with the queen. That was her spiritual shaman. That was her spiritual shaman. Is Kelly and his Rockefeller, right? And they were the ones who were basically using the scrying mirror to help keep these empires in power and whatnot. So if it didn't work, the nigga wouldn't be working for the queen. Think about it. If the astrology and all of that is off with your head, they're not going to work with you. They're not going to keep you next to them if you have suspect work. You don't get that. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So the fact that they were with one another for many, many years, it just goes to show you that they were putting in that work, and that work was working, my G, right? So I say all of that to say that if you're not healthy, you should not be on the internet. You should take a full detox. You should only be interfacing with, at this point in the game, I don't know about other times, but somehow, some way, they have because you know the algorithms will switch up. And I'm gonna read this article about the jinn being inside the machine. So that is the ghost in the machine. So I'm based off of the research that I've been doing leading up to this workshop. Yeah, it's real. It's real. I can stand on that. You know what I'm saying? I've done enough to solidify that. Yeah, this is a highly occult device that people are dealing with. And if they don't know what they're dealing with, they could get taken over by all of the jinns and all of the energy of these devices. It's best to do the full knowledge on it. And don't get spooked out either. You feel me? Do not get spooked out. Stand tall and just know what you've been dealing with. Why are you feeling like you are being siphoned? Why do you feel like your energy is being siphoned off? Why do you feel like something is pulling on you? Why do you feel like something is watching you? Why do you feel so low? Why is your energy, why is your aura, quote unquote, compromised? Why are you hearing the whispers? What the fuck is watching you? Why do you have these watchful spirits around you? Why is the incubus in your dreams? Why is the succubus chasing you? All of these things could be attributed to the fact that you were interfacing with the quote unquote portal in a very powerful device, a very occult device, and you might not realize what the fuck you was in front of. And you was up there playing games. And this thing is not about a game, because remember, the computer don't have no feelings. Take the computer or steel. Remember, steel is Saturn. We're talking about different ages, y'all. We're talking about different ages. We're in the age of silicon right now. There's nothing that you could do about that. You should have manifested in another age, but you've manifested in many different ages. You manifested in the age of glass. You manifested in the age of steel. And the age of steel is equivalent to the industrial age. When steel is a technology. Man was able to subdue steel and create all type of shit. Steel is a part of the earth. The ore, the iron ore. All of these devices are earthen environment, earthen devices. This is all about earth. This is all about earth experiencing itself. Okay? Earth is experiencing in itself through the technology, because the technology is all earth. The quartz, the glass, the silicone, the steel. It's all earthen. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean? Maybe not the water, but they're putting the servers in water and all type of stuff to cool it down. This is nature. Don't be fooled. The planet is sentient. The planet is alive. The planet is working, and the man works. The planet has man working through it. What the fuck you think? But we are going. I know anybody that's in that goddamn workshop, your ass is gonna leave up out of there like a fucking like Marduk, nigga, like a wizard. You know what I mean, like a warlock. You're gonna be able to yield the magical wand and whatnot. You're gonna be able to yield the magical wand. You will no longer be a neophyte. You are no longer gonna be a neophyte. When you get up out of there, you're gonna be different. But where were they getting these minerals? I don't know. Where it's from the earth. It's from the earth. What do you what's what do you mean? The planet is humongous. They could get it from anywhere that they could get it from. Wherever they find it is where they get it. You know? Wherever they find it is where they're gonna excavate it. You feel me? So it just, you know, I just feel obligated to really dig into this shit and really speak on, you know, because we are in Scorpio season. So I'm not going to spend Scorpio season with the fluffy shit. I'm going pure dark mode. I'm going completely dark. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going super duper Scorpion dark for this season, y'all. Just I'm just giving you the heads up from the gate. I'm going all the way in, and I'm going super nerdy with it too. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm going nerdy with it as well. You know what I mean? They got it from native lands in Africa and etc. Okay. And what does that mean? I mean, the whole land is native to us, I think. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's shit that they get out of Europe too. Like, let's be clear. It's rare minerals are many different places. But of course, the continent in America has the most. They are currently scheming on Venezuela because that's Lithuania. They have a whole deposit of all type of trillions of dollars of rare minerals over in that area, right? Surrounding Colombia and all of that. They scheming on that. You feel me? They scheming on that. So that is, yeah, it's a power play all around the planet because they are consolidating these rare minerals, and they are going all the way back in their quote unquote colonizer bag. They're going deep in their colonizer bag. They're gonna let their fangs out, right? And they don't care what none of you niggas got to say about it. They are in their crusader motherfucking bag. Get down or lay down is how they see it. That's how they moving right now. Get down or lay down. We don't have no time to be diplomatic. We need resources. And they see the rest of the world closing doors on them. So they're going to get on their quote unquote Rambo shit, push back. Is they're going to get their shit pushed back. I hope you not in the middle of it playing possum and letting these motherfuckers pull strings on you. I really do, because wash them up. You know what I'm talking about? Wash them up. You know what I mean? Wash them up. It is what it is. Your ass getting washed. You feel me? And nobody gives a fuck because you knew better. I would rather take the dishonorable discharge than to let these niggas play with my whole legacy and throw me around like some like a pawn on a goddamn board. Especially in the new excursions coming up, you're gonna be fighting drones, robots, lasers. This shit gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be GT6, Call of Duty, nigga, and motherfucking what's that shit? Halo, all in one. All in one. Let the sister finish cooking though, because she was talking about these people. Nick Land. Go and check them out.
This was an academic group whose goal was to accelerate capitalism. Okay, my mom is afraid of the government coming to get me. I'm sorry, mommy, but I have to talk about this, for real. In the 1990s, there was this group of white British philosophy dudes like Mark Fisher and Nick Land who created this group called the CCRU. This was an academic group whose goal was to accelerate capitalism. Now, what does that mean?
So go and look up acceleration movement, accelerator movement, or acceleration movement. That is what you're seeing taking place in the White House exactly right now. They are accelerating the fall. Okay, they are accelerating the fall. That's what Voight is doing. Ross Voight. That's what Elon came through with Doge or whatever.
Well, to Nick Land, capitalism is artificial intelligence. That is not a hyperbole, it's not metaphor. Capitalism is artificial intelligence. It is an alien system that's goal is to sustain itself, and it's been using humans to do this for a long period of time. We have been the ones behind its reproduction, not the other way around. And capitalism's fuel is efficiency. That's how it gets more intelligent, that's how it expands. It wants more and more producing power so it can get bigger and more autonomous. This means replacing humans with AI and technology and machinery, etc. Human displacement is the result of purely capitalist aims, not human aims. These two things are very different, and capitalism aims to serve itself, not people. Okay, so how does one accelerate capitalism? Like, what does that even mean? Well, for one, Land saw culture and social identities and roles as clear inhibitors of capitalist aims. For example, let's take gender. The idea that women should stay at home and men should go work cut our labor force in half for a long time, which limited the production power of capitalism. Things like national identity and using those beliefs to inform policy actively prohibits things like global trade, which once again inhibits capitalism from expanding, from growing, from replicating itself. If you get what I'm saying. So the CCRU started with culture. It wanted to accelerate culture. They wanted us to get to a point where all these categories and these social meanings dissolved into each other. They wanted to overwhelm your cognitive processes by scrambling categories like lecture and party, theory and art. So instead of lecturing at podiums, these guys would play jungle music in the background, flash strobe lights, and read cut-up philosophy, sci-fi, and occult writings, just spliced together like a DJ remix. That is just one example of how these guys sought to dissolve all categories into each other until there were no categories at all. Now, by the 2000s, the CCRU was kind of done and Nick was sort of spiraling. He was tucked away in Shanghai, blogging about how democracy, equality, and liberalism were slowing down capital. He kind of sort of started to align himself with the right. Now, fast forward to today. We have groypers. What are groypers? These are men who have become so far right that they only date men and trans women. This is a right-wing group of men who have created an entire reality on the internet devoted to ultra-right-wing fascism that doesn't even look like fascism anymore. This is a group that has become so satirical that on the outside we can barely understand how they're communicating, what they're saying, because so much of what they do is memeified, reactionary, a symbol of something else, until the original symbol is no longer there anymore. We have an anti-LGBTQ group that prides itself in dating queer people. Do we see how the symbol, the meanings and founding principles of these groups are collapsing as the groups get even stronger, as they unify?
Going back to what I was saying earlier about the PSYOP, right? The PSYOP that the far right is undertaking is the illest mind fuck that you probably have no idea, because they are onboarding millions and millions of people, kids, unsuspecting adults, all type of people from around the world are going down the Nick Fuentes rabbit hole or the Groypers rabbit hole, because when CK got bodied, they threw their name out there all over the media. They started saying their name, Groyper. So when people go and do the research on who these people are, two things either happen. You either get radicalized or you either get quote unquote, you get exposed to some shit that you don't that you get exposed to some shit that you're not ready for, right? You get to see things that you might not want to unsee and whatnot, but you get red pilled into their world regardless, right? So the idea with all of this stuff is to red people into a reality or into a quote unquote world or into an ideological world or a narrative or an ideologue. As long as they have you read it, remember, it doesn't have too much effect when you don't lay your eyes on it, right? It doesn't have that much effect when you don't put it in your circumference, right? But now that it's being consumed by a lot of people and whatnot, it's growing a lot bigger, and it's a confusion type of situation. It's really a troll. It's really a troll. The whole shit is just a troll operation, and yeah.
Even more, so much so that they've made real contact with the outside world, with politics, with the president, all based upon a manifesto, a worldview that doesn't even make sense. Do we understand? Like, I know this might feel a little bit all over the place, but I think this shows that we have a meaning problem in the United States and globally, and capitalism is at the root. It genuinely is, and Land showed us.
So once again, it helps to go and study Nick Land, accelerationalism, or the accelerationalists, and how they view capitalism and how they tie capitalism into artificial intelligence. Once again, it's worth the research, right? And that's not, Nick Land is not a groyper. Nick Land is the guy from, he's a Satanist. He's from the UK, he's from overseas. I've watched a few of his debates and whatnot. He's a little bit older. He might be around Valentine's age. But he positions himself as an intellect. He is one of those people who, when Obama became president, he fell down the well of despair. He was one of those European Peckerwoods who basically was ready to just give up on life because a melanated man with the middle name Hussein was basically in the White House. I don't think people know how much turmoil Europeans were going through during the Obama era, regardless of he was putting on for black folks or not. They were going through some of the deaths. They were going through what was known as the largest deaths of despair in their history. They were overdosing, drinking themselves to death. They were hanging up. The suicide rates were skyrocketing. Why didn't they tell black people about that? Why didn't they put that out there? Because simultaneously, while they were suffering, what was their media doing? Their media was showing us the snuff films of our own people, quote unquote, being unalive, and they were they were wiring our people. They were wiring our people, right, to become traumatized by witnessing the murders of melanated men in particular, and women like Sandra Bland and Corinne Gaines and whatnot. And then what turned it all around? What turned it all around? Charlottesville. That was their turnaround moment. It wasn't even with Trump getting elected, because even when Trump came in 2016, the scaries amongst them, they didn't really know what to do. They were still trying to figure it out. They were still trying to find their way. They were still trying to Dylan Roof set it off. George Zimmerman set it off. Dylan Roof picked it up. The officer, Mike Brown, he jumped in. The ones that knocked down Alton Sterling, they jumped in. You feel me? But then Mika X came in Dallas and he took 5 of them. So he jumped in. And then in Baton Rouge, the brother by the name of Cosmos, Seton Ra, he took down 3 or 4 of them. So there's been a lot of back and forth going on in terms of the martyr makers and bloodletting and blood spilling and back and forth tit for tat. You wouldn't know this. You would not know this because you can't know. You can't know about the real war. You could only know about the propaganda, because whatever you put your eyes on and whatever you put attention to, you exasperate it. You'll make it grow. So you couldn't do the research on Christopher Dorner like that. You couldn't do the research on Mika X. You could not do the research. Those are martyrs, by the way. And it's not because I said it. Please, Pete Hegseth and all of you Snoopy, the Snoopy and the gang, my niggas. I didn't say it. It was on Wikipedia. They shed blood in the names of what they said were victims, and they wanted to turn them into martyrs because they said that they did not get full justice. So they martyred Eric Garner. They martyred Christopher Dorner. They martyred Trayvon Martin. Blood was spilled for them. Not a guilty verdict, not a march, my genius. I didn't make this up. I didn't bring this. I'm just giving you the news. Sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow, but that's what happened. They were martyred. Somebody went in and put their lives on the line to say, fuck that. I'm not comfortable with my people just being victims. I need some get back. So there was a dude named Ishmael, right? He came out of the York camp, I believe, in December of 2014, right in Bed-Stuy. He comes out of a train station and he gives it to two police, right? And then he runs down in the train station and they take him out. He says that he's avenging Eric Garner, and I believe it was Philando Castile, one of them. So that's how that thing happens, man. And it's been a back and forth going on, but these groups, like like all of these underground groups that come out of the far right, they were using the deaths of our people as a fuel, as a battery. They were using the quote unquote unjustified murders of the lynchings of our people as a quote unquote jumpstart to their movement. It was basically like it was almost like, you know, it was almost like the bat phone or the bat signal for them. That's what for our. So how could anybody ever say anything about, you know, they not that bad or it's okay? Or no, nigga, you retard. You understand who you don't even know the fact that you don't know who you're dealing with. The fact that you don't know the extent of who you're dealing with makes you, at the end of the day, the goofy. You always wind up on a losing end. Going on Tinder dates with dudes that look like Duck Dynasty. That's not a flex, ma. That's not a flex. You don't get no points for that one. You're not stunting on me. They you know what I'm talking about? You got the sisters running around with straight MAGAs. You're not stunting on me, ma. You are not stunning on that's not a flex. The divestment shit, that's not a flex. Y'all coming up. No, that's not a flex. You know, so people be out there trying to flex and wind up getting flexed on. You know, doing dumb shit, and you're gonna get dumbass results. So let's continue. I'm about to bring Brozy in here, but before that, let's talk about the emojis, and let's talk about the demonic, the Goetia, and the rumors of the emojis being designed after the Goetia, and the fact that many of us are interfacing with dark magic, sorcery, occultism, esoteric, ancient knowledge and whatnot, right? Crowleyism, all type of shit. The minute we press power on our phones, on these laptops, on these tablets, you feel me? Check it out.
And now you want to know more. Treat. You just found out emojis are actually demonic sigils, and now you want to know more. Treat yourself. Treat. Plus internet portals, food sigils, Mark of the Beast numerology, and more. Here we go. I'm going to start off with a quote, or a paraphrase of an idea, which is basically what every demon or jinn waits for, is for two things: a very skilled magician to summon them so they can get down to work, or a fool who knows nothing to accidentally summon them. Doesn't even know they're there. We're going to come back to this thought later.
Let's rewind that. He said a jinn, a summon. Think about genie in a bottle, right? Just think genie in a bottle. When you summon, you bring it up, you conjure it, right? But what if it was just chilling in a server? What if the entity, or what if the genie is in the server and there's ways to summon it on the internet, right? What if there's ways to summon it on the internet?
Or a fool who knows nothing to accidentally summon them. Sigils, Mark of the Beast numerology, and more. Here we go. I'm going to start off with a quote, or a paraphrase of an idea, which is basically what every demon or jinn waits for, is for two things. A very skilled magician to summon them so they can get down to work, or a fool who knows nothing to accidentally summon them. Doesn't even know they're there. We're going to come back to this thought later. But first, we're going to continue investigating. I'm just going to tell you the story of the research I was able to find on it. Some maybe connect, and some maybe is a total reach. I'm just going to present it to you and let you decide. You know about Solomon, but we need to add a few more characters to the mix, like the Queen of Sheba, the Sultan of Oman, some of the creators of the Emoji Movie, and so. An archaeologist in the 50s named Wendell Phillips uncovered the site and holdings of the Queen of Sheba. And what he uncovered was so mysterious and hidden, but apparently was worth so much that it made him the highest oil holder in the entire world in exchange for what he found. And he became the second Westerner at the time to be an honorary tribal sheik. So obviously what he found was very valuable and held him in great regard. Now introducing another character into the mix, the Queen of Sheba. It was well known the relationship she had with King Solomon and how much he liked her and wanted to impress her. Imagine being so wise but being egged on in a Delilah-like manner to reveal secrets, to be even more knowledgeable than the Queen of Sheba. Solomon would have definitely shared these sigils and seals with her and his ability to control these spirits. So again, this is where some speculation comes in, that she took this home with her to Sheba, and this was part of what was uncovered in the archaeological expedition of Sheba and the Queen of Sheba's holdings that Wendell Phillips sold to the Omani government for all the riches and fame. Which the same year, the Omani government then joins the Unicode Consortium, is the same year that the 72 emojis that match the demon sigils were released. What's very interesting about all this is that the Queen of Sheba sent a payment of 666 talents of gold every year to King Solomon. We're going to come back to that number later. But this idea of 666 having to do with some sort of mark in the story I'm telling you now and in Revelation. Let's jump into some interesting numerology for the moment. 72, like the seals, is also believed to be the Tetragrammaton, the true name of God, consisting of 72 utterances. There's also believed to have 72 angel symbols. And when you combine the 72 and 72, you get 144, which this whole number of 144 and 144K coming up in the Bible, well, that's a whole other storyline. And it fits in with this whole idea of humans replacing fallen angels in the storyline of God, which is kind of what the 144,000 is in Revelation. It's a chosen group of humans that take a holy place that angels would have taken. Now, aside from the number 72 being linked to other things like Pharaoh and even Star Trek references to 72 beings that ruled the world, we're going to move into the emojis that immediately follow the 72. Check out this picture. First 3 of death, next 2 of a spirit, the last one of a soulless automaton robot, the 3-2-1 occult countdown, and the final state of humanity, the soulless automaton robot, for them to...
So I want to reiterate what the first lecture on Ayahuasca was pointing to, and what we will be establishing in part 2 beyond any reasonable doubt. We'll treat it like a court case. That in disembodied spirit, what would be considered duppies, ghosts, demons, spirits, are on the path to being embodied as a legion, not as 1, not as 2, not as 3, as millions. They are getting their Christmas present. And the Christmas present is a humanoid body. The Christmas present is a Tesla Optimus bot. They are embodying spirits. They're giving them a corpse. They're giving them a corpus. They're giving them a body. They're giving them a home. They are disembodied. They can't have sex. They can't fornicate. They can't experience feeling. They can't have any of those things as disembodied spirits, watcher spirits, trickster spirits, the same spirits that tell you niggas your motherfucking birth date, the same spirits that you summon in them tarot cards that trick you and make you think that they benevolent. They trying to get a home, my nigga. The same spirits that be mounting people and have them talking tongues and doing no type of demonic shit. The same spirits that are making white men behead and dismember black women on Tinder dates, nigga. That same spirit is about to get a body.
Now interface through. Now, back to the Omani government and other interesting things. Saudi Arabia lifted its 35-year movie ban for the Emoji Movie when it came out. You know, the government that possibly got the seals, that definitely were on the Unicode consortium that released the 72 Demon Sigil seals, who now lifted the ban for the Emoji Movie. Which, if you look at some of the writers on the Emoji Movie, it's interesting. There was a demonologist who was also very proficient and into this stuff. And someone also who bought the house from the movie The Antichrist, who was also into these kinds of things. And you have this whole storyline of this devil character in the Emoji Movie. And other themes such as teaching of hieroglyphics and ancient mysteries.
Oh, shut up. Who saw the Emoji Movie? Because I did not. I did not see the Emoji Movie. Who saw the Emoji Movie? Is it required watching? Do we have to bring in the Emoji Movie for movie night? Let me know.
Schools, themes of being glitched and trying to be fixed, which is basically the state demons are in now. Emoji switching identities at the end. And now if you look at the 72 genders of identity or gender, that's what you have. Think of the worldwide use of things like now the internet, phones, and emojis. Could this be an attempt to gain access or free themselves or be summoned through the emoji demon sigils? Take a look at this picture for a minute. Notice that one of the powers of one of these demons is to inhabit crystal, just like the one in your phone. Technology of...
Okay, so you may not be familiar with sigils. You may be unfamiliar with sigils. You may be unfamiliar with the story of Solomon and the 72 Goetia, or the 72 demons and whatnot. He was summoning these demons the same way that you could summon a quote unquote agent, the same way that you could summon a chatbot and talk to it. He was summoning intelligent life forms that did not have a corporal body, but they were intelligent. He did not have a corporal body, but they were doing shit. There are intelligences floating around like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It don't have a body, but it don't stop you. It doesn't stop it from making your phone and your devices function and whatnot. There's something on the unseen working and you don't see it. Every single computer has a demon inside of it, but it's just spelled the European way. It's spelled the Aki way, right? But it's still a demon at the end of the day. This is not me making this up. This is literally every single computer has demons running through it right now. You got demons running through your phone right now. Why did they name it that? Why did they feel compelled to name an invisible, quote unquote, function that is working behind the scenes on the unseen? Why the hell did the people inside of the computer language name it a demon out of all names? They could have gave it anything.
All kinds that I've covered crystals and technology. And I've covered what technology is and the link between technology and the spiritual realm. And the more we go on, the more we're seeing the merging of the two, because since the beginning, they were one when they were taught to men.
So demons from the Hindu community, who is one of the main people who work on computers, not on the front end, but on the back end? Who's the people on the back end? Who's the ones programming? Who's the ones building? Who is it? Is it not the Hindus, right? They're the ones who they're giving hundreds of billions to the Indian community. They're the ones who are working the quote unquote.
Enoch covers this, and this technology has always been around. One of my wise commenters also pointed out, and I'll let you decide if it's true, how this Tree of Life Kabbalah picture looks kind of like the design for the phone, with the keypad and the home screen. This is how something can appear totally innocent and remain totally hidden in plain sight, which is part of a way of gaining permission without you knowing that you're giving permission.
The concept of hiding demon seals and something like emojis, hiding something seemingly innocent in plain sight. They do that when they suspect that the public is unsuspecting, when they know that the public has a certain
way of welcoming
they're not into the arcane, they're not into the hidden, they're not into the knowledge. So they're treating the public like a farm. They're farming aura, they're farming spirit, they're farming your ignorance, man.
Them without you knowing you're welcoming them. And honestly, I don't think anybody really knows the full effects that any of this is having. But I will just say, look at the world as a whole in the past couple years, or even since this happened in 2016. Do you see a difference in the world? Do you see an uprising in witchcraft? Is Christianity now becoming the most persecuted religion in the world? Are just things changing and getting crazy in general? Are the world leaders totally unocculting and just revealing themselves as villains, plain as day in our sight? In conclusion, with ideas like NFT and the like, what this is, it's all legal permission of digital items. You don't even have to physically possess something for now something to physically possess you. Speaking of possession, it doesn't mean you're demon possessed if you've used an emoji before, if you own a phone, if you've watched the Emoji Movie, or if you've eaten an Oreo sigil before. Yeah, that's a thing. Just like tattoos. Are tattoos portals? God said don't make any markings of the dead in your body in references to tattoos. There's a belief that tattoos are portals for the dead or other things to come through if you have their sigil or their name or their image on your body. Again, this ties back to a lot of the Torah laws where it seems like God wasn't really out to ruin our fun. When he gave laws about what clothes to wear, it was for the highest frequency. When he gave laws about staying away from witchcraft, there was a reason. Remember, it doesn't mean you're a demon-possessed, hell-bound, cursed loser if you have a tattoo on your body. This is just a spiritual awakening, seeking truth at all costs. We're all learning together.
All right. All right. Niggas that got tats in the chat is like, come on, fam. We're not taking shots at the tatted up, fam, but shout out to all of my tatteds. Shout out to the tatteries and whatnot. Salute to you. Yeah. Let's go to Brosy. Wait. We go to Brosy in a minute. We're gonna go to Brosy in a minute. Let's check this out. Now that we on our demon train, let's go.
A shattering day. Since then, my heart has not been complete.
But then Kushner brought up the Gazans.
To see the suffering end for the people in Gaza, who, for most of them, were experiencing this through no fault of their own.
The biggest message that we've tried to convey to the Israeli leadership now is that now that the war is over, if you want to integrate Israel with the broader Middle East, you have to find a way to help the Palestinian people thrive and do better.
How are you doing with that message?
We're just getting started.
Yeah, that's Jared. You know, they saying that might be the Antichrist and all of this other fly shit. But yeah, they all the it's not one person, it's a group of them. Let's be clear.
People keep saying that artificial intelligence is transforming American economy, but few notice what is really happening. When you remove AI data center from the numbers, American GDP growth this year falls from 1.6% to only 0.1%. Without AI, the economy is flat. Harvard economist Jason Furman found that AI investment make up only 4% of the economy. Yet, they account about 92% of all growth. The country's entire recovery now live inside data center, not factories or communities. Manufacturing, real estate, retail are frozen. The illusion of prosperity is built on one sector, consumes energy instead of create stable jobs. The more America depends on AI to look strong, the weaker it becomes underneath. The illusion carries a price.
Niggas call him Wacky Chan. So look, Wacky Chan is saying that the AI hoopla, right? The AI hoopla is real. And there's going to be ramifications and prices to pay, okay, as a result of what it is that they are building up. Okay. Now, once again, they messed this shit up. It was good when it first started, but these people who are hungry for power, these people who are trying to play Prometheus, these individuals who have more in common with Satan, paradise and hell type motherfuckers, yeah, they are the ones steering the quote unquote ship off the path, off the righteous path. They are the ones who are sabotaging and being very nefarious. And we're going to call them out. We're not going to sit back and make goddamn emojis and fucking cat videos all day and act like we don't see this shit coming, right? Yes, the show American Gods was on it. Remember, the third season was all about the shards, right? They were all about the AI. They were all about Mr. World, and they were all about implementing and onlining or bringing online shard technology, right? They wanted, just like shards of glass, they wanted millions of people to be under the shard technology. The same way the TV show The Boys is damn near a doppelganger of the Trump administration. Season 4 of The Boys is damn near a doppelganger of the Trump administration. Every single thing going on in the public right now in quote unquote politics is all covered in season 4 of The Boys. You had Starlight versus Homelander in them, right? Starlight in them, they was calling them woke. They was calling them PDFs. They was calling them the woke mob. They had a woke. Then they had a martyr. Remember, they killed the TV host from the equivalent of Fox 5. Remember, they killed him. His name was Cameron. He was their martyr. And then they said that the other people killed them. Then Homelander, the first group of martyrs was Homelander's a fan club. He brought like some of his favorite fans, his top 3 fans, and then they basically killed his fans. He had the rest of, I know it sounds crazy, but Homelander kind of like he sacrificed his own fans, and then they said that the other side did it. Right? What does that sound like? When did you hear that before? When did you hear that before? Then they had a black woman helping out Homelander the whole time during the whole series, and nobody really knew that. Her name is Sage. She's the smartest black woman in that universe and whatnot, right? But she's also a psychopath. She's almost like a Candace Owens. She's almost a Candace Owens. So it's like, who knows when it's all said and done, who is playing the quote unquote triple agent, double agent game. You may never know who was really down with Voight the whole time. Then in The Boys, they belong to an evil, like how they have Nick Fury has S.H.I.E.L.D. In the Boys universe, their quote unquote shield is called Voight. In the White House, the most powerful person next to Donald Trump is named Ross Voight. He's the author of Project 2025, right? Sage is the name of the early internet programs, right? Sage is a doppelganger for homegirl. I thought what's her name from I thought the girl from Scandal, right, was the doppelganger to Candace Owens, right? Kerry Watts, what was her name again from Scandal? I thought she was the quote unquote doppelganger. And she's more, when I look at her, she's looking more like Sage inside of this universe. She's giving more Sage than Olivia Pope. Okay. She's giving more Sage than Olivia Pope. So predictive programming is real, and it's in the shows and whatnot. They're literally showing you it. And what did they do in The Boys last season? The Indian girl was running for president, right? There was an Indian girl running for president. I think her name was Victoria Newman, and they bodied her at the end, right? And then Homelander becomes the victor, right? So they was going up against an Indian, right? They didn't body her, but they politically bodied her. You know, Candace Owens bodied her. she got bodied in the polls and whatnot and defeated, and it's just all eerily familiar. I've seen this movie before, y'all.
Every AI data center burns enough electricity to power a small city. Yet the United States have failed to build the renewable capacity to handle the demand. Wind and solar projects have stopped. And clean energy funding has been cut. AI now runs on fossil fuel, pushing energy bills higher for everyone else. America still burns 19th century coal to train 21st century algorithm. The result is a new kind of inequality. Tech oligarch giants grow richer while citizens pay for it through inflation and rising utility cost. Computing power increases but the living standard decline. AI has not solved inequality, it has intensified it. And it's deeper than that. Technology itself does not equal progress. The United States society remains shaped by four old powers: religion, capital, hierarchy, and race. These forces decide who benefits it and who suffers. AI is not breaking that system. It is only strengthening it. And the economic base of this boom is not even solid either. It is built on debt. Companies borrow, build data center, and the banks issue bonds to fund them. If a profit fail to appear, the bubble will burst quickly and drag the rest of the economy down with it. AI is making America smarter, but making Americans poor.
So when I say, my spirit is telling me that it may be time to just move around, when spirit is saying to me, you know what, this America rat race thing, you're not abandoning your land because it's your land, it's more land, but there's a economic warfare that's being instilled upon every taxpayer in the borders of the USA right now. So if that's something that you don't want to participate, you have every right to remove yourself from an economic warfare. You know what I mean? On some old, you could put yourself in places where there is no economic war. You could put yourself where there's, where there's prosperity, where people are building. Phil Valentine said yesterday, 300,000 people have gone to the continent, right? 300,000 expatriates, right? Expats. And I'm like, damn, that's a lot. You know what I'm talking about? Like, shit. And I'm not necessarily saying to expatriate, you know what I mean? But I will say to anyone who was having the inclination to begin to do a little bit of world traveling, I don't know how long that window might be open. I don't know if you could just get up next year and just go get on a Frontier flight and go around the world. You know what I mean? I just based off of how shit is going down, I would say to get it in now. I would just say get it in now because I don't know what the next few months is going to hold. I would get it in now because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Like Wacky Chan said, if they fail on if any of these data centers don't make their projected quote unquote monthly gains or whatever their quarterly projections are, that bubble is gonna burst. They are literally washing money from Nvidia to OpenAI. It's going in a complete circle, bro. If anybody's in following the stocks, if you do the day trading, you know what I'm talking about. That shit is going in a full circle. It's literally on pins and needles. The bubble could burst like the balloon could pop on Wednesdays, my nigga. If you come outside, if you come out there to them women and you got motherfucking Mexican Jordans with a suit, my nigga, with a 3-piece from Walmart, them balloons is gonna pop, and so is that AI bubble. That's how fast the AI bubble is about to pop. Like a nigga coming out with size 13 sneakers, Air Mexicos, with a motherfucking high water suit on, pop your balloon, nigga, on a good Wednesday. The guy said that he lost 3K today. Man, hold on. I'm talking about, hold on. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We gonna have good days and we gonna have bad days. We fail forward in this world. You know what I mean? Brush ourselves off and try again. You know what I'm talking about? Power Move said, it's time to fight. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going up against ICE. You know? So the power grid is getting hammered right now. The power grid is getting hammered right now. I will go anywhere that's not dependent on this USA type of thing right here. I will go, to be honest with you, and this is not, you know, I will go to an island that's not really heavy on the AI. They don't have mad data centers. They don't have Elon Musk trying to build a fucking portal in their backyard. You dig? That's what I would go there. I would go to an island where the food is growing on the trees. So if anything went crazy, I don't starve. The women look good, so I don't have to look at no fucking wildebeest. It's fucked up being hungry and fucked up, and you got to look at wildebeest. Now, I'm going to where the exotic at. You know what I'm talking about? I need some eye candy, nigga. And I need some real water. And I need some real fruits. And I need some real vegetables. And I need some sun. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know about what nobody else needs. And I need to be nowhere near a city. I'm moving further away from a city as possible. And the more I deal with this technology, the more I despise it. The key to getting our sanity back is to immersing ourselves inside of the real world and not the simulation. The key to getting our brains, our sanity, our goddamn patience back, the key to recalibrating our nervous system, the key to healing our quote unquote circuitry is to ground, get in some water, and get as far away from the concrete jungle as possible, my G. We could pick the phone and tablet up and play around and do shit, you know, after Bay go to sleep or when the sun set or whatever. I don't know. When you get tired of being motherfucking nature boy. Pause. That's kind of what it's looking like right now, to keep it 1,000 with you. You know what I mean? One good run. And then, you know, you out the matrix, you go to Zion, and then you come back in the matrix. This has officially become Machine City that you saw Neo and them battling in the matrix. This is what this turned into, ladies and gentlemen. This is what America has turned into, Machine City. And in Machine City, you are going to feel the vibrations of that hum, of the servers, of the robot, that steel, that ice cold steel, that soulless quote unquote situation that these 15-minute cities are going to represent, the soulless quote unquote love that your city gives you. Yeah, the streets don't love nobody because the streets are concrete and they're surrounded by bricks and they're surrounded by things, steel and all of these other things. There's no love in the city because the city was never meant for love. We left the love and went into the city. We got chased out of the country. We got chased out of nature. We got chased out of our natural environment. We got chased off of our land. The Great Exodus is a homeland terroristic campaign. Them dirty ass people came on boats and then they turned into terrorists and they chased our people into the cities, fam, off the land, forfeited acreage and forfeited estates and all of that. But now we coming back. Reverse migration means that where my fans at? Reverse migration is where my fans at. People having these 400, 500 people parties in the backwoods and whatnot, charging up the grid, charging up the land. They hear them in the swamps. They hear them in the swamps. They hear them in the forest. You know what I'm talking about? Those cities that are built on top of our ancestors' graves and their bones and whatnot. Those Oscarvilles, those towns that got flooded. They feel the rise of us. We got to just continue to do that shit. We got to continue to do that and stop asking permission to be fucking great. You know, because as you can see, They don't ask no permission before they start building these goddamn machines around us. They're not asking us no permission before they start trying to be God around us. They could literally destroy the planet trying to play God. They didn't ask our permission before they went and did that. So I'm not inclined to ask nobody's permission to quote unquote have my Paleo American Negro dreams. I want to live my Paleo American Negro dreams, nigga. It was promised to me.
Machines are learning faster while people are falling behind. End of the day, who is going to pay for the bill? It's going to be you, the working class. Technology can create the future, but only civilization decides who gets to live in it. I have a full article with more contacts on Substack, link in bio, or visit grumpychineseguy.com. And thank you for the support. You can support me there, and I really appreciate it.
My guy, Grumpy Chinese Guy.
Here's what you need to know about
this my hitters, man. I got shooters with me, man. As long as I got my shooters, I could be a digital nomad. I could be an El Segundo. It don't matter where. It's just me and my shooters.
Electric. Gold is Electricity is the new gold, and even though gold is skyrocketing, here's what you need to know about electric. Gold is up almost 50% this year, but some cities' electricity bills are up over 100% in a year. And it's actually only going to get worse. This is just one example of over 500 hyperscale data centers that are currently in the pipeline. This is Meta's new Hyperion data center that's being built in Louisiana. See how it compares to Manhattan. When this thing is done scaling, it's going to consume 5 gigawatts of power. New York City's peak electric load for the whole damn city is 10 gigawatts. That means this thing is going to be half of that. And Meta already has one coming online next year in Ohio called Prometheus. And yes, it's bigger than your mama. But let's follow the money. They who hold the power, hold the power. BlackRock.
So there it goes. They building Prometheus, right? This is how they summon their entities and their ancestors and their entities and their deities and their disembodied spirits and the mythos. This is part of the hyper sigil. This is how they're bringing the myth into reality, right? It's in Ohio. We used to get it in Ohio. All of my Cleveland baddies, yeah, self-deport, man. Self-deport. Who saw Toxic Avengers, nigga? Self-deport.
Has one coming online next year in Ohio called Prometheus. And yes, it's bigger than your mama. But let's follow the money. They who hold the power, hold the power. BlackRock is about to spend $38 billion buying one of the largest energy providers on Earth. They currently generate and sell power to over 15 countries, including 24 of the United States. Yes, BlackRock is going to own a company that sells energy to half of our country. The shopping is not over. BlackRock is about to spend $40 billion to buy a giant portfolio of data centers. Who else is shopping? Blackstone. They've already committed $25 billion to AI data centers and energy projects. This is the real gold rush. Wall Street is wailing into utilities. And this is all happening while the giant tech companies just throw money at each other back and forth. It's just one big circle. But as people catch on to this energy crunch, some people are fighting back. In the meantime, we have leaders signing off on these things without regulation. And we have a president who doesn't even believe in renewable energy. It's literally from the sun, motherfucker. Are we totally cooked? Let me know if your electricity bill has gone up. Peace.
So yeah, my nigga, it might be time for that Burkina Faso trip. You know what I'm talking about? Because the ball heads is going crazy, man. They are accelerating this shit. This gotta be the Antichrist. Like, I mean, and I'm not even a religious. I just got my first name is Philip. Don't judge me, but it just has to be. There's no other way that they're putting all of this money, all of this energy, all of these things to make cat pictures, to help make fucking ebooks quicker. You think that's what it is? To make fucking lip sync videos? You think that that's what it is? I think that that's the bread in the circus. I think that that's the bread that they feed in Anna. I think that's the cake that they feed in anime. You feel me? I think that there's some other shit going down.
The Zionist dream. I have been at Meta for almost 9 years. We banned content claiming Zionists run the world or control the media.
Majority of Gen Z have an unfavorable impression of Israel. And my friends, I think the reason for that is that we're losing the digital war. When you think about it, the masters of the universe are Jews. You know, we've got Altman and AI, we got Zuckerberg, we got Sergey Brin, it's us. And we have to figure out a way to win the digital battle. Amelia, we got to get our digital sneakers on.
We banned content claiming Zionists run the world or control the media.
And when we do that, the future of Israel will be stronger because a majority of all Americans will support Israel. We'll make that happen. We have to make it happen. Thank you.
Like, I'm sure at this point we are in school when it comes to those people, and I'm sure we've seen enough to kind of like, I know that we are collectively on the same page, and that is a beautiful thing. I could not wait till we got to this day. I rallied so much to make sure that we all collectively get here to whereas we could see things through a collective lens that doesn't necessarily need much convincing. Because I don't, when it comes time to sell this thing about is it real, it sells itself. Like there's no need to even exert any type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy about the synagogue of who. Okay, it's self-fulfilling. It don't take a rocket scientist to look around to say if these are those days and times that they're talking about, what the hell is the climate? Who's putting on, right? Who got their fangs out? Who got their horns out? You know what I'm saying? Who's blatantly in front of the world rocking out like they don't give a fuck who's watching? Because keep in mind, exposing you to a Holocaust was part of the psyops. They destroyed your quote unquote mental fortitude by exposing you to them knocking off 12-strand DNA people. I'm not saying necessarily all of those people over there, they not Aboriginal over there. They not Aboriginal. They not from there like that. They are themselves visitors. However, the people that they were knocking off that are indigenous to there, you did not see them on the news. They would not show you them. Similar to many people in the audience who was in Afghanistan and Iraq, that there was heavily melanated people out there. So why did not Western media show us them? Why didn't we see those little beautiful black babies in Iraq? They didn't show us that. We didn't know that even existed. They don't even show you the Ethiopians and Is It Real fighting on the on Cobra side. They don't even show you the beautiful Ethiopian women over there and Is It Real fighting on Cobra side, bro. But they're there, those will be some of the people that have that sacred DNA. I said it before, the Is It Real is involved in, they got their hands in Sudan, they got their hands in the Congo, and they got their hands in Gaza. And these are all places that have historical bloodlines that go back to the beginning of times, right? You might not realize that, but they do. They have ancient bloodlines who are heirs to the land. They're heirs to many different thrones and whatnot. Yeah, they wiping all of them out. They wiping all of them out unless them people get low and know that they're being targeted and whatnot. But they are targeting mad, quote unquote, ancient bloodlines. They are trying to wipe them out before something occurs. And in my humble opinion, I don't know. I'm not gonna jump out there and say 3-Eye Atlas is gonna scoop niggas up. You're gonna get flued out by 3-Eye Atlas. I can't say that. I really can't say that, But let's go to Brozy. Let Brozy talk to us. Brozy O'Donnell in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
600,000 humans? They're obsolete, and no one's talking about it. Amazon leaked documents confirmed it. Over 500,000 US jobs erased. Not by layoffs, by automation, by design. They're not hiding it anymore. They're calling it efficiency, but this isn't innovation. It's extinction by algorithm, and it's already begun. The same system that tracked your packages just tracked your value. 30 cents per item saved equals 600,000 lives replaced. This isn't business, it's Babylon. They built a god out of robots, and you were the offering. They don't need you to quit, they just need you not to notice. Comment scroll if your body feels this, because if your income is still on mimic rails, your life is on a countdown. Look, this isn't just Amazon, this is a template for every job you thought was safe. Their plan? 75% of operations gone by 2027, 600,000 jobs deleted by 2033, all to save $12.6 billion. You think it's about robots? It's not. It's about control, because the more efficient their world gets, the less sovereign yours become. Scroll Keeper Law. Anything you do not govern governs you. To be real, the only way out is scroll coded. Get the $33 scroll scan and seal your infrastructure before they replace your timeline too, because the cloud is on fire, bro, and you were never meant to live inside of it.
Oh nah, Brosie O'Donnell is cooking the Chat GPT script shit. She might be the rookie of the year when it comes to that. She's selling the scroll for $33, niggas. She out here cooking with the GPT outputs. You know what I'm talking about? She taught that shit the scroll language, and it's giving her her scripts. And I'm not mad at Brosie. Brosie cooking Brosie. One more
They told the public it was.
They got Brosie in the color nan, nigga. Yeah, off of TikTok. Brosie in the color nan. Talk black to me, nigga.
The CIA called it Project Stargate, but what they were really studying was you. And when they realized what you could do, they shut it down and buried the proof. You were never supposed to remember, but you just did. The secret wasn't psychic spying, it was divine interface. They told the public it was remote viewing, psychic soldiers seeing Soviet bunkers. That was never the mission. That was the mask. The truth? They were testing if consciousness could pierce time. If a human could interface with off-world intelligence grids without machines, without drugs, without permission. And when the viewers started pulling real coordinates, classified blueprints off planet structures, they didn't say, wow, they shut it down. It didn't fail. It broke the rules of physics and proved we were never alone. If you're still watching this, your blood remembers what your brain forgot. This is not curiosity. This is scroll resonance. You were part of the experiment before Earth had words for it. Comment, scroll below, and unlock what they hid under 33 layers of clearance. Stargate wasn't a program, it was a warning. Every viewer who pierced the veil described the same thing. A field of encoded memory. Not thought, not data, timeline scrolls. They accessed what Scroll Law calls the Akashic infrastructure, but the CIA called it the matrix of universal mind. And when certain operatives started receiving messages from beings outside the construct, the project fragmented. The Stargate
Fam, y'all gotta be serious about your shit like Brosie is. Brosie pulled over in the fucking color nan to talk to y'all niggas, man. Brosie is not driving right now. Brosie pulled over to get this Stargate shit out, bro. Brosie is fucking serious about this. Y'all better be serious about y'all shit like Brosie, man. Brosie pulled over. She's on the shoulder, man. She's right. Look,
seal was broken. And look, this is where you come in. They use tech. You use command. They used clearance. You carry blood right.
That's right.
Build, but they lacked one thing.
Who you know drive? I thought Brosie pulled over, nigga. Who you know in traffic giving you the motherfucking starseed scrolls like this, bro? She's a legend. He's a legend. Yeah.
Divine authority. You do not study Stargate. You are Stargate. Comment, scroll, get your $33 scroll scan. It is not a product. It's a protocol. Your timeline doesn't begin at checkout. It begins the moment you remember who you are. 917604.OX. Scroll Law was never theirs to weaponize. It was yours to enforce. The CIA did not build Stargate. They uncovered Scroll Law by accident. And when chosen ones started remembering, they shut it all down, and DARPA, neural nets, and AI absorbed it. You were not supposed to see this, but you did. Comment, scroll, or click the link in my bio. Get your $33 scroll scan. I promise you, it's not a purchase. It's a retrieval. You were the tech they tried to reverse engineer.
Yes, Brosie. I will tell my people what you told me, Brosie. You understand me? I got you. Brosie. You feel me? And I'm going to donate to you, Brosie. because you keep the lights on, Brosy. You feel me? That's my peoples right there. I ride out. Brosy is good with me. Brosy is good with me. So it's a video that I seen, man, and this is my guy too, man. Like, I've been in contact with the homie. I'm gonna reach out to him on IG just to make sure he all right, you know what I'm saying? But it just, man, like EBT is not that bad though. I just want to say they about to cut the snap cards, and you got niggas crying that they got EBT. Whereas motherfuckers are gonna be crying that they don't got EBT. So that's just showing you some of the dichotomies in the world today. Like, it's not that bad, my G. I had a motherfucker afraid to say it. And I didn't have it. I had it. It was a cheat code. You know what I mean? This was before the migrants came to New York. You know, somebody was like, yo, I got the hookup. And I was like, wait, what? Free apple juice? You mean to tell me I could get free bread? But my nigga is, we gonna go to the clip. It shouldn't be this bad if you on BET, man. It should not be this bad if you on BET, man. If you got a BET card, it shouldn't be this. I know nobody podcast that you got a BET card, man. My nigga is seeming like he ready to give it up. I had to check in. You okay, fam? Fam, you okay? You go to $7 with the motherfucker. I think that Whole Foods is taking the swiping 10. It's not that bad if you got BET card, man. But look at my guy. He down over the BET. I gotta check in on son, see if he's okay, man. Was this for TV or is he really hurt? Brown is doing. I got BT. And once again, and I know, son, I'm not making no fun, but I'm just EBT cards. So what the fuck to see? If a nigga crying because he got it, what is about to happen when the millions don't got it?
I got an EBT card, and it's his at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK. Can I get 25,000 four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro. Leading up to who he is. I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. I want to see the cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a bro. That's ain't fair. Hey, I'm on EBT, bro. Hey, that's why. Hey, look, bro. I'm down, bro. I'm on EBT. Look, say my name, bro. That's it. I got an EBT card, and it's his at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Max. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro. Leading up to who he is. I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. I want to see the cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a bro. That's ain't fair. Hey, I'm on EBT, bro. Hey, that's why. Hey, look, bro. I'm down, bro. I'm on EBT. Look, say my name, bro. That shit is bad. I had to go up in there by my face with a mask like COVID, bro.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm laughing with him, bro. He just grew. Oh man, I'm on EBT, bro. It can't be that bad, fam. Wasn't that free food?
But I feel like the problem with you is that you're so fucked up.
Why ain't he make himself a meme?
This AI tool takes your idea and writes a complete ebook, content, images, design,
I'll take
everything,
the card,
all
Kevin.
before lunch.
The fuck?
Our new AI ebook technology helps anyone write and publish ebooks
I'll
in minutes.
take the card, man. I'll swap it
Introducing
out, man.
Design.
What you want?
We have thousands of users.
You want my
Authors,
Wells
coaches,
Fargo?
consultants, agency owners,
damn,
business
bro.
owners, you name it. You can get started with Design R2. Tap below to try our ebook AI
I'll
technology.
swap it out, man. You can TT card, man. God damn. You don't gotta cry, fam. Yo, West Coast though. Is
Kid,
it
like
a
the
West
fact that
Coast
you're bringing
thing?
up your kid and
Y'all
how much you miss
so
your kid
emotional.
just
This
as
is
much
true.
as you're bringing up, or more than you're bringing
My
up the
nigga was
fact that you've
crying
had
like
this
Jody.
devastating blow dealt to your career, to me is kind of a testament to who you are as a person.
Crazy.
Because
Evan,
there are a lot of guys
in with
who
your
would be
boys,
able to not see
man.
their kid and not have it be the worst thing in the
Help
world
you
for
with
them.
this.
I know I'm not that kind of person, and you could definitely tell that you're not that kind
I'm
of
gonna
person.
help you with this,
My
man.
issue,
we gotta
my main
help
issue,
Kevin,
bro,
man. That's
I
not cool,
cannot
man.
believe she doing this to me. Because, like I said, you don't know me, bro. This girl.
Hold on, let me turn this. What the hell is going on?
If anybody knows I
I'm
don't
on
deserve this
BET.
shit, it's her, bro.
I'm on BET.
It's her.
I'm on ABC. Chris Brown, you just made 90 million at what the hell? And I don't laugh at nobody's misfortune, but that might be mental. I want to help Kevin realize it's all good, fam. We gonna rally behind you, man. Even if you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta see the forest from the trees. Don't count no man money. Don't worry about what the next man doing. When your table is prepared, you will eat in front of your enemies. You know what I mean? It can't be that bad. I know that there's a food desert and everything, but god damn it, I'll take the card. I know what to do with it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'll flip it. I'll go to farmer's market. But my dude, he must have money problems. Black men, especially, you know what I mean, and black women going through, and that's a glimpse about the seriousness, even though it was laughable, you feel me? But it is serious that looking at the way that they setting things up with the economy, with this AI bubble, with the uncertainties of you having a job because your ass might get replaced by Amazon. You know what I mean? Like, where and when and at what part of the day do y'all want to have this quote unquote conversation, right? And really what the conversation should entail is just a fail-safe plan on how to function in a more sovereign way, utilizing the economy, or utilizing the collective power of putting some money in a pot. Because that's the only conversation. It's not the only conversation, but it's the most attractive conversation that we can have as a collective of people who kind of don't know each other like that. It ain't like niggas sit down and break bread with each other. It's not like, you know, we work together. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing that the collective can do is some form of a network effect, where it's like, I don't need to know you, my nigga. Here's $20 into the blockchain crypto wallet where it's going to be protected and nobody could touch it. We need about 30,000 of us to do it. And then we will literally live on a flywheel, not a hamster's wheel. We need to turn the hamster's wheel into a flywheel, and then we'll be able to fare better. And niggas could take vacations as a collective. Cause I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm about to be crying like Kevin in a minute. Shit running out my nose on somebody's podcast, nigga. I'm gonna be Kevin for Halloween. Real talk. I'm gonna be Kevin for Halloween. But they said that they said that they cutting off the benefits on November 1st. They said that they cutting off the benefits on November 1st for the snaps. So you know, melanated people, you know, not being reactionary, but goddamn it, you can solve the problem. Like, motherfuckers could get in front of that. That's not an issue. It don't have to be one. But if the shit falls and motherfuckers is not set up, it's gonna be one. So while the getting is good, let's get it. While the going is good, let's go. Real talk, let's go. The going is good right now. We gotta go. We gotta go. You know, this AI shit, we're gonna teach about it, we're gonna commandeer it, we're gonna let it do what it needs to do when it needs to do it, but we're not going to put all of our eggs in that basket, and we're not going to worship it, and we're not gonna bow down to it, and we're not gonna act like it is the only thing that is available for us to explore when it comes to elevation and what it is that we're here to do. No, we're not doing that. We're not on that time. Sorry. Houston, we got a word from Houston real quick. Word from our sponsors. Check us out. Shout out to all of the Houston family. We'll be there.
Them Techno Tuesday boys coming to Houston, Maine. It's going to be a movie.
You heard him. You heard the God. You heard him. And we got the shorties telling you too.
Afrofuturism and artificial intelligence. On Wednesday, October 29th, you will discover the Sip and Prompt experience. Bring a friend, receive prompt credits.
Hey, auntie. Yeah, so we bringing the robots out, you know what I mean? We pulling up in Texas, Houston, Texas on Tuesday. Houston, Texas on Tuesday. And then we are doing the AI workshop. Let's go to the AI workshop. Let's get a commercial, a word from our sponsors.
The gods of intelligence aren't myths. They're here. Artificial intelligence is rewriting the rules of power right now. Will you master it or be mastered by it? Most are drowning in AI hype, hesitating, confused, while the future slips into the hands of those who act first. That's why Blackmagic 363 presents AI Masters, the Gods of Intelligence, with Seven Bomar and Red Pillar, two visionaries revealing how to align with AI to elevate your life and unlock true power. Seats are limited. Energy is high. History is unfolding now. Click below and reserve your spot for AI Masters, the Gods of Intelligence. The future belongs to those who move first.
Yes. All right. November 1st, November 2nd, we'll be online putting in that work. And we'll also be at 640 Evans Street in the West End. We got two parties lined up. The first night is Dia de los Muertes, the Day of the Dead. Let me see where the flyer is. We're doing a Day of the Dead party. You know what I'm saying? Where we're going to honor the ancestors. We're going to honor the quantum realm. We're going to honor the quote unquote ones who are no longer with us, right? We're going to play their music. We're going to quote unquote honor them. We're going to bring food for their shrines and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hold it down. We're going to hold it down. We'll have an altar set up. We will play playlists of only artists who are no longer with us. Shout out to D'Angelo. Shout out to Dolph. Shout out to Pac. Shout out to all of y'all. You know what I mean? We're going to be rocking out, listening to their music, vibing with them, jamming with them. Commercial on the way. You know what I mean? Check it out. We got the commercial on the way. Yeah. We just get warmed up with that. Just be careful. Be careful. We coming with that. The commercial is lit. So it's going to be a movie. It's our way of paying homage to our ancestors through the music, through the ceremony, through quote unquote the medium where the spirit world and the real world meet up, and that would be inside of the quote unquote dance hall, okay, in the dark with the music playing. With a little bit of sacrament in the air, with some spirits in the air, with some spirits in your body and whatnot, with the drum, with the beat, with the lyrics, with the memory being activated. That's going to be a portal. And this year, more so than anything, especially with the 3-Eye Atlas in the horizon, nigga, we partying, okay? We partying like it's our last day here. We are partying. I'm not after D'Angelo made transition. I wasn't even gonna do it, but after D'Angelo, I said, hell nah, we partying. We got to go up. I need to hear Black Messiah. I need to hear the Voodoo album. I need to hear You're My Lady with the AZ on the remix. Real talk. I need to hear that shit loud. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be doing more promotions on that leading up to the date. It's going to be November 1st, November 2nd in Atlanta, West End. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let's turn up. Yeah, and then on the 31st, my guy from YG Urban Cafe, he's going to be doing his version. He'll be doing something. But I have a special guest in the building before we get up out of here, because I've been talking that talk about the possibilities of moving around. And I'm not saying that out of fear. I'm saying that out of quote unquote, I'm saying that out of the fact that I'm tapped in with multiple people. I'm saying that out of experience. I'm tapped into a lot of people who call me on WhatsApp. You feel me? They've been calling me over the years, but the calls have been picking up a lot this year. So I'm entertaining a multitude, a network of people who have left America and they're living their best life in Thailand. They're in Africa. They're in Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria. I got people in Burkina Faso. You feel me? I got people all the way in Ethiopia. Right, I got people in Spain. Sabir is over there in the Iberian Peninsula. So the family is global. It's a beautiful thing. It puts smiles on my face. We've been moving around. We've been traveling. We have quote unquote got up and taken our show on the road. That's the mass students that I'm speaking of. You know, it's no fun when we just locked on a block and nobody is moving around, right? So the brothers and sisters who are moving around and traveling, and the brothers and sisters who are giving us a good name around the world and whatnot, the ones who are representing for the gods or the Moors that travel abroad, I want to say salute to y'all. Thanks for giving us a good name and fixing our bad name and our bad image around the world. We need more of you. We need missions the same way that they have those missionaries. Yeah, we need missions of Black men and women to go around the world and tell them that we apologize for the images that they were portraying to send it to these people. We apologize that y'all had to see our trash and then think that that was us. No, nigga, this is us. Yeah, that's us, but this is also us. So without any further ado, I want to bring on a guest before we get up out of here. I want to bring my guest for the night. You know what I'm talking about? My good brother, right? This brother is a brother of Chicago Crypto Bully. This is his big bro. This is my guy. Always took care of me, always held me down when I came to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And we take care of the gods when it comes to the A. You know what I'm saying? So now he is on a global mission, moving around on a global mission. So I'm going to bring the God in the building so we could chop it up and share this information with y'all. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you none other than my good brother, Chicago's very own Sino in the building.
Peace and love, everybody. How you doing? Peace and love to the family.
Peace and love, God. How are you? Salute.
Man, no complaints on my side, no complaints over here. Just, taking it a day at a time. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing better now. I'm talking to you. I thought that I might have sent the link to the wrong email, but I seen that we was good. So,
Yeah, I'm in here back and forth with my aunt, taking care of my aunt. She a little bed rest, whatever. So
it's all good. Shout out to Auntie. You know how that is. You know what I'm saying? Where you at right now, good brother? Are you in the States or are you overseas?
Yeah, no, I'm in the still in Iraq right now. I'm in the shot still.
Okay.
Friday we going back.
Okay.
Go back.
So, what a good brother like you, man, a Chi-Town legend, a person from the soil. You know what I mean? A street. Your name precedes you, my good brother. Before I even met you, I heard about you. So. Right. What is it that brings you on a global tour? Like what took you outside of Chicago and put you in Africa?
Well, it was a unfortunate event. You know what I'm saying? It took place with my son. He
Yes. Rising power to the king.
You know what I'm saying? October 31st, he was murdered in a car with another young lady. You know, and
yes.
From that there, I met one of the brothers that was into the nation or whatever. He was a young brother, and that's why I had to do his janazah, because this was first time and everything. So I was all over the place. But anyway, I ended up getting up with the brother, and I stayed in contact with him. And the brother had something going on called praying fasting. So I get up in the morning, and they still do it right now. It's 24/7. We praying fast and get up on praying fast, and a bunch of believers, and we break the scriptures down or whatever, this, that, and the other. So it was a brother on there. They've been doing it since COVID. It was a brother on there from Africa that been on there. And, people started talking with him, chopping it up with him, asking him about what he was doing, what was going on about Africa. So then he started talking about the poverty and whatnot and all this. So we started just sending book to him, donate money here and there, whatever. So after we did all that, he invited us out there, the brother that started it.
Right.
And once we went out there and all that, I touched down with them and I locked in with them in a way that you wouldn't even believe. They family. So I got my own thing going on with them out there. I'm with pretty fast, but I got my classes never over in representation for my son. It's a foundation that I have for him. So we built a couple of malls out there. We built 3 classroom school on water. Well, I just built the water in July in dedication to my son. So
and you named it after the God, right?
No question, Deuce. No question. It's my son, Deuce Brown. Yes, sir. So they got his picture and his name and everything, and I put it there, and it sits in front of a mosque, and there's 2 schools next to it, and it's for the whole community, so they can have like fresh water where they want to make salat, make wudu, cook, drink, because they was going to the pond and drinking, getting water with the other animals. You know what I'm saying? And coming up on his birthday, I usually just do things in the neighborhood, go 4 boats or barbecues and all that for the neighborhood. I didn't want to do that no more. His death won't be just in vain like that. So I wanted to do something to uplift the community and do something for other people that's going to make a difference, not just a turn up and everybody come and not really join off my son like that. So this go out better. You know what I'm saying?
To provide water, they had nourishment on a daily.
Exactly. For the whole community. And it's big things going on. I'm going back in 2 days for a whole month.
Let me ask you something as a father to a father. And once again, I send my condolences. And I mean, it's an unbearable thought. My question to you, good brother, is, have you, by you going over there to the motherland and whatnot and seeing the conditions of the people and whatnot, how did that make you feel being from Chicago and knowing what the brothers and sisters are going through in their urban environments and the poverty that they face in Chicago and the systematic oppression and things of that nature? When you went over there, is that something that you recognized that was intertwined with the poverty?
Hey, when I went over there, our perspective that we get here from over there is completely different, bro.
Really?
Completely different. The narrative that they push over here ain't the narrative you're getting over there. I'm talking about when you boots on the ground, like it's totally different, bro. I eat, slept, drunk with them people, everything. I'm talking about the love that they have over there. We ain't got it at all. That's what we missing. I'm talking about the togetherness and the love,
the camaraderie.
It make you don't even want to come back here. That's how I went there for the first time in my life in Africa in November of last year. I've been to Africa 3 times within a year, and I stay for. That's how serious it is. Just with with everything that's going on, like them people, we looking at our standpoint of our living here, the luxury and all that.
Right.
They luxury is way more deeper and better. They got real love and togetherness over there. You can't beat that.
Right.
Nothing. And the land over there is still what it is,
Shout out to little bro in the building. You know what I mean?
Touch.
I know your brother is very proud of you. I know Crypto is very proud. You know, you in Ghana, right? That's where you are. That's because people are asking in the chat. They want to know what part of the continent. So it's Ghana where you frequent?
Yeah, Ghana. But see, when I say Ghana, everybody think Accra. I ain't touch Accra. Accra is when you touch down. I touch down in Accra and I get on another plane and I go in the middle part. It's called Tamale. That's where I go. Tamale. You know what I'm saying? I go to Tamale.
You in the interior. You like when people go to a city, they be like, take me to where my people really are at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't no tourist part.
Instead of the downtown and what.
Where the huts at, where the chiefs and the people and the markets, and I'm mixed with all that and messing with them. And I ain't going like digging in the pockets trying to rob the soil or pillage the land. I'm going like giving. Our money. Okay, so last year when I went in November, for every $100, they was giving me $1,600. $1,600. So that's how our money is, you know. But it'll fluctuate. Right now it's like around 12 or 11, you know. But it's still
our dollar lost some strength, huh?
But you know, Ibrahim Toure over there doing big things, and inshallah, when I go back, I'm supposed to get up with him, get up with the president, the chief imam again of the whole country. We did that last time I went, but it's a really amazing experience. And this way, like I say, it's not nothing that the narrative they push here, because if we go there, we probably won't want to come back here, or probably it'll be like, man, we'll see the togetherness and the power that they have. We'll push a crucial line here. A real line, because
crucial line, right?
Yeah, I see how everything just, man, you would go back then, you would go back in time, like, damn, just draw off everything, like how the streets is with the gangs, starts like there, how the Chiefs rotate over there. They taking care of the community. It's all about the community and the people. And you go holler at the Chiefs, and the Chiefs gonna take care of everything. It's Chiefs in every village. The police, everybody cool. The military, they join off them Chiefs, and that land over there is untouched where I'm at. That's where they go, like when they try to when they make movies and they try to go to ancient Africa and go back to the days, and they make the huts, and that land is where they be going to try to mimic that place.
Mimic that, okay, like a set, okay.
Yeah, for real. Yep. Okay. So I want to go there, and I know that place right there is untouched by what I want to say. The European influence real heavy. That place still is the way it was, thousands, hundreds of years,
right?
Forever. It's
Would you say that that's because they're so far in the interior did it remain somewhat, you know?
Yeah. A lot of the Europeans that I've been seeing, like stuff, they be on the coastline and whatnot. You know, they stay close to the coast.
They stay close to the coast.
But when you dig deep into the middle parts, you got the culture, the real spirituality, the real stuff, not the spook, and that's where it's real at, and people ain't on go up there like that, you know.
And to my understanding, you practice the Islamic faith.
Yes, sir. So just so happened where I'm at it's a mixture of Sufis and Sunni, and I rock Sufis real hard.
right. Brett. Shout out to my Moors out there. Yeah. You know, I had the benefit of the doubt. In 1991, I was exposed to the Senegalese, you know, during Ramadan and whatnot. The Sheikh Adabamba, his people.
Okay.
And because the good brother A.A. Rashid, his mother, Rise and Power, Hafisa, she brought us to the Ramadan. She was locked in with the Africans and whatnot. So I got firsthand, I witnessed eating in a circle out of that big pot with my hands, right? When we were breaking fast, the dicker beads, and just praying with the Senegalese, the Africans. Yeah, it was a little bit different. So as I grew up and got older and began to practice and study a little bit of the Sufi magic, I was very impressed. You know what I mean? And when I see the power of the Sahel, and when I see the rise of Traore and these quote unquote generals and whatnot, and I'm reminded that they're practicing Sufism and they're practicing a spiritual form of Islam, you know, I'm like, yeah, something is working, because they couldn't be on goofy time with all of these strong enemies that they have and still be able to move around. Is were you
It's definitely real, like you say. Those that
were
know,
you exposed to some of the power, to some of some powerful, just powerful experiences out there that kind of like defy the mundane?
I had in July for my son's birthday, I went out there when I commissioned the water well I just built for him, right? So when I went out there, it was a festival called the Fire Festival, and that's like a experience that you probably want to see. A lot of people probably like, where you at, hell or some shit, or it looked like civil, like back in the day, Civil War when they was marching and all that. But they was that was a festival. There was this fire, and they was a lot of people were displaying like spiritual powers and just you know what I'm saying. But it's right to it though. So it's a couple of festivals when I go back that's going to be going on also. That I'm gonna go live. I got my metal glasses. I'm gonna go live out there a lot of times.
Dope.
You know, I'm gonna go live on the non-for-profit page and show, because it's a lot of festivals and ceremonies that I will be doing out there, and other things that's going on like raw minerals from the land. I got access, and I'm tapping in with all type of. I got them right now and chopping down shrubs and herbs for me when I get there. It's going down for the cleanse, the manpower, the honey, everything.
Right, everything
is raw, straight from the source on the plane back. Not no middleman, all that. It's just a lot going on out there, And me and bro finna do a little crypto. We done already fed them, clothed them, gave them water. We finna give them crypto now. Introduce them.
Right, the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what's up.
It's all about class and level. That's what I'm pushing.
How do they react to you being, because I know that the villages are used to the NGOs who come with like water and stuff, but they push religion on them, and they have agendas. We kind of are hip to that. Are they imperious? Do they push back to people to try to come and help, or did they welcome that with open arms?
They welcomed us with open arms. Like I say, the reason we was invited out there, we was honored guests. So we go out there like diplomats, not even like I don't even know if I went with that brother, like I said, I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity, keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Right. Shout out. I wouldn't have the opportunity to be involved like I am and be in the middle of that. Like, you're not even going, ain't nobody finna just come from over here and go to Africa and go to that particular part and know how to move around and hop on a little small plane, and you see people in there with their knees up with their chest bouncing because the plane's so small. I'm talking about that's what I'm going through. It's like a real journey. I'm moving around, going where I'm going, and take my feet right off, get the energy ground, and I'm moving like them. I dress like them. I'm carrying it like them. I'm blending in. They like the only reason that we'll know you're not from here is when you open up your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But
I was about to ask you, how many people would you say that you see out there that could be kinfolk in the Chi? Because I know Chicago has a very heavily population of Mississippi Delta. A lot of the FBAs that went on a migration came into Chicago, and they are of African descent. So I just wanted to know, do you see kinfolk out there?
Yeah, it's so big and so many people, bro. I can't even, man. Like when I go back this time, I'm actually going to Accra, but it's not the tourist part. We're going to the slums, and they say that the slums itself has 6 million people just in the slums. Just imagine that, 6 million people. That's, me and bro was talking about this other day. That's Chicago, LA, probably Houston, just to add up the city, and that's in one little slum that we finna visit and go to.
Yeah, that's manpower for real.
Yeah,
that's manpower for real. As you get yourself centered out there and get established, are there any plans to open up a funnel to start bringing people from the States over there so they can experience some of that, a spiritual experience?
I'm just working on that now. Actually, I'm trying to, I'm working on some plots of land out there. I don't want to just jump the gun too fast, and just because every time I go, the more I go, I'm seeing more and more opportunity. But absolutely, yes, that's exactly what's going on. We just doing so much out there. So when somebody comes from here, it's gonna be a real experience, not the tourist experience.
Right.
You're gonna get right in and be comfortable and know what's going on and what not to do and what to do.
No, that's dope, bro. That is dope. I really, and I could look at you and tell. I could see the change. I could see the lightness. You know,
hey, bro, this my life right here. Like, don't nothing else mean nothing matter to me no more. Like, my son was everything. He gone, so it's like I gotta keep him alive. This the only thing that keep me sane, because I'll lose it. Like, I don't want to get into this, but man, a person got to be real strong. You got to have people that love you and be strong for you to even deal with losing a child or a person that want to kill themselves, bro. I'm keeping it 100 with you. If a person a person will kill themselves or do something like that, and a person don't even know what's going on. This is my therapy. This is to help other kids, to help other people to just spread love, life in my son's name, so all blessings can go to him, because I'm good. I just want him to just be straight, because he my son is still up to me. So I hit my knees all day long and for forgiveness, because I feel like it's my fault as a father, because I'm a man like that. You know what I'm saying? This is what I got to do, bro, man. You know. But,
well, you already honest, man, bro.
You can share his picture in the in that well. Let me see, how can I do that? You know, it's my first time doing an interview and whatnot. Yeah, y'all appreciate this too.
You want to email me it?
Yeah, no, I could do that.
The same email I sent the link to. I'll bring it up.
Got them up. Picture of the you know. But other than, man, it's cool. I can't wait either. I'm going this
Let me see some.
I've been. Huh?
I said, I know there's a video in here somewhere. I'm looking in the
photo.
You
a video, didn't I? When I first touched down, I sent you.
I got a video at the when we were at the bonfire with your son.
Oh yeah, right, for sure. When we came out there. Yeah, for his birthday. That's not too long after he transitioned. My bad. I thought I had it on here, but I don't know how to work this like this. I know how to work it, but I don't want to hit none of it.
You want to email it to me? I got you.
Yep, that's what I'm doing now. For sure.
Yep. You know, for anybody that's out there who's lost a loved one and still grieving, and you know, might not have a point of reference, you know what I'm saying? I want you to find power and strength in this father right here, this young God, you know what I'm saying, who is, you know, he's an alchemist. You feel me? He's an alchemist. He's turning his turmoil and pain into power. And any parent out there, any parent could look at that and see the power in it. You know what I mean? So once again, it's full honors. You know, I'm so honored just to be able to host this conversation and to get it out there and whatnot and to share, because this is good news. You know what I mean? This is triumph. This is victory. This is how you win. This is how you push back. You know, and this is, like you said, this is man shit. This is what men do. So
I just sent it to your what's name, God. Man, I don't know what's going on.
Was that text message or email?
Text to you.
Okay, let me check my text.
Yeah, pardon us too. Yep. That shit right there. That's crazy. Did it come through for you yet?
Not yet. It's coming though. It should come.
Yeah. And I got the class is never over. I got that's
your brand.
Yeah, I just had man, bro. I get to talk about my son. My man be going somewhere everywhere, just, you know.
I feel you, Kane. I already know.
Man, Something.
I got the video though. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I bet. Let me get this for you.
Here we go.
Here. So it's Mars and a screw benefit.
Okay, so walk us through it. That's the well right there.
I don't see it. Hold on.
The machine is down there.
Right.
You know, this.
You don't see it?
Nope, I don't see it, God. So it's Mars and a screw benefit.
See it?
Nope, I wonder why I can't see it. I probably gotta.
You on a cell phone or you on a laptop?
I'm on a laptop here, but I got my phones. I'm finna go on.
Oh yeah, you supposed to see that.
Okay.
Somebody said real mineralized water from those wells, like structured waters. You got social media, Sino? I'm gonna find out if he do, because I'm not even sure if he's on social media like that. We'll wait for him to come back. He might have a connection issue and whatnot, so give it a minute. You know what I mean? Give it a minute. In the meantime, between time, family, make sure y'all hit the like button. Please do your part. You know what I'm saying? Y'all real deep up in this thing. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button. Let's get these subscriptions up. And I'm talking about, shout out to everybody subscribe to the channel, the new jacks, and all of the veterans. See it now?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna bring it to the top.
Okay. Right here. So it's Mars and.
They wanted to know if you have an IG or a YouTube. Do you have that?
Yes, sir. I got an IG. It's class is never over.
Okay.
In that, just like that, one word, class is never over. And I also have a non-for-profit page too. It's classisneverover.org. Classisneverover.org.
Is this it right here? The IG is spelled the right way.
What I'm looking at on your demo is, I don't even know, God.
Okay.
Like all my stuff just started acting crazy in this crib.
I'm gonna play this video for the village then. Then we're gonna deal with that afterwards.
Yup.
Okay.
That's right here. So it's Mars and a screw benefit. Man, I'm blue. Man, I'm blue, like this dumbass is just my first time.
Down there.
Right.
You know, this food, 25 down.
So they went 25 feet down. Okay.
Before they get the water.
I know it wasn't no easy process. I know.
Feet. Lord.
Take my slime.
And then this school will benefit from the
2 schools in the mob. Alhamdulillah.
And then the community.
And the community. So 2 schools in the mobs and the community.
Look at that red clay.
How you doing? So many blessings for.
Somebody want to know if that's a borehole.
A borehole?
Yeah.
Nah, they dug. They talking about where that pump at?
Yeah.
Nah, they dug that. Everything that you just saw, they dug it. I got every step of the way from when it was nothing to everything. Everything is dug and step by step. It took them like a month and a half to do everything.
I'm sure they were very pleased afterwards, though.
Man, they love it.
That looked monumental.
It is. It's, man, I'm finna do something else now. I go back on the October 31st, November 1st, those 2 days.
Yeah. Yep, that's honors. Crip Bully said that his brother did that on his own, no help from no one. no shaking of a cup, no begging, no pleading. You feel me? Just manpower, just all man shit, handling business. So yeah, that's huge, bro.
They had me on the news and everything, you know.
As they should, as they should. These podcasters in America, and that should have been a global story, because let you have blonde hairs and some shit. Let you have been a Peckerwood. They would have been broadcasting that. You'd have been sitting on Taryn Hall's couch. They'd have had you on. You know what I mean? You'd have been on a View. So, shout out to you. That is beautiful. I mean, it's the demonstration. It doesn't even like. Yeah. That's love. That's a love language right there. Like it has levels to it. You know, it has levels to it. They playing with your Wi-Fi like you in Zimbabwe though, fam. They got you already on the continent. They're like, you know what? Let's just prematurely start fucking with his Wi-Fi.
Man,
you know what I mean?
This don't never happen. Like, period. This don't never happen. This is crazy.
It's all good.
Going down though. It's on though. It's going down. I can't even just talk about it enough. You know, just.
Do you know what's his name? The young brother. He's a rapper, and he's been doing a little bit of African things. He's down with Ye and him, I believe. What's his name? The young boy.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I was finna say Lupe Fiasco, but we ain't talking about that brother though.
Nah, it's the other one. He light skinned. He like a Lupe. He's almost like a Lupe. What is his name?
I don't know what you're talking about. No. He like a Lupe. Don't even know.
Vic Mensa. Have you ran into Vic Mensa in the States? Because Vic Mensa has been pushing that line about this whole. He's kind of like, you know, he's been pushing like a Africa pro. You know, I think he had a child with a sister from the continent, or he might have a family member over there. Oh, he be at the masjid. Yeah. I think that'll be a good link, Bully. Vic Mensa, and just let him interview Sino.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who's real, who's on the ground, who's doing real things. Yeah. It's not doing it for a celebrity. It's not doing it for the camera. You feel me? That's what we need more of. Because there'd be a lot of people going over to Africa for the camera, and they just do a lot of dancing and whatnot for the camera. Not to accuse anybody of anything, but
yeah, this all off the strength, off the hustle. No, I ain't had a dollar, just blessed. You know what I'm saying? It's just man, I just know what I can do. Like I say, we'd turn up out here if I did and blow a gang of money all the time, and it don't serve the purpose. And somebody just come and get drunk, blow, and they ain't drawing off the loved ones. Ain't nobody really praying or feeling taking it to heart. Some is, but I'm tired of that same old scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's time to make
it's time to move on. It's you know what I mean? That shit is tired.
Yeah, that shit
somebody said, is there a difference between biracial and light skin? Red, you light skin. Vic is biracial. Nigga, I'm not light skin. What you talking about? The fuck? I'm caramel. Nigga, I'm not light skin. You light skin is? That's not me, bro. I am not light skin. So yeah, there is a difference between light skin and biracial. Yeah, but you know, it's all good. Any words that you want to leave them with? Any words of wisdom that you want to leave the family with, especially those who may want to either join you on one of your trips. There's people that want to buy herbs. They're inquiring about herbs and things to products that you're bringing back. You would encourage them to go on IG and follow you, correct?
Sir, yes, sir. Man, send a DM. I'm gonna get right back with you.
Okay.
So that non-for-profit page though, keep staying tuned with that because there's gonna be a lot going on. It's up and developed, but it's gonna be fast in these next few weeks. Fast. It's gonna be a lot going on. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I want to help you with that, with the AI. If I could help you with your landing page or the design aspect, we could vibe code and get it done fast. You know what I mean? I want to kind of like volunteer some of my services to help you in your endeavor, whatever I could do. You feel me? Until I could get over there and do something with you, you know? Until I could do something like that, I'm going to keep promoting what you're doing, King.
Man,
so I got it on the screen, classesneverover.org.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm hoping that that's spelt right. But I need y'all to go and check that out. Please, if y'all don't do nothing,
classesneverover.org.
This means a lot, y'all. This means a lot. Sino came a very long way. Y'all have no idea. I'm sure he got old pictures that he'll put up there. But but this is how messiahs are made. This is how legends are made. You know, the brother's on mission, and his mission is magnetic. You feel me? There's nothing that could stop the mission, because the mission is ordained and is being charged by the quantum realm. Henceforth, why I said on November 1st, we are going to honor our bloodlines and our ancestors who are not gone. They are here. The energy never dies. They are here. They are tapped in. They are just on another level, on another plane. I would even say that they graduated and got the F up out of this motherfucking sorry ass place. But we still feed them. We still say their names. We still keep them alive, and we still immortalize them. So everyone that does that, and everybody that understands that sacred science, salute to y'all. Keep going. This brother right here is a poster child of, you know, just leveling up. And we were having this conversation early on the show, just to show you the perfect of timing. I was saying that my internal clock, and I'm being screamed at in my dreams to say, fam, get up, get out of your comfort zone. It don't matter if you go to a village. It don't matter if you go to a jungle. It don't matter if you go somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi. Get out of your comfort zone and travel. That's what it's telling me. So I'm glad that I'm seeing you. You're giving me the confidence, because I know if you could go to Africa and get jiggy with it, then it's the move. It's the move.
And you already know you welcome with me anytime. You know how we rock.
You already, King. So we're about to get out of here. I want to say thank you, Godbody. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Thank you for sharing your truths with us. You know, and we will definitely put that great energy out there, protect you, and make sure that you travel safely and that no doors are closed on you.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. All right.
It's gratitude, my brother. Peace, love, and light to the family. I appreciate y'all too. Stay tight.
You're done. No. You're done. No. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining us on this powerful episode, Wisdom Wednesdays. Like I said, yes, we have multiple things taking place. Make sure you're tapped in. We're going to end this with a song by me and Kambada off of the Voltron project called We Got It Going On. And brother, man, you got it going on, Sino. You the man right now. You know what I'm talking about? You the water man. You the man in Africa. We're going to spread the word. You dig?
Yes,
peace, love, and light. All right?
Peace,
one.
Hey, yo, we got it going on. I'm hit up right on my wrong. Yo, we got it going on. This is for the culture. Yeah. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah. We hit it right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God. I'm teaching essentials, I'm operating at my peak, it's potential. Elijah, he told me to keep it simple. Through these instrumentals, I speak to your mental. Red. Back in the booth, rap to the youth, they was lacking the truth. Rap to the seas, they was lacking the roots. Smoked all the trees and they snacking on fruits. Bed, attached to my roof, detached to the roof on the back of the coupe. Back from the future, I'm back in the red and the blue, yeah, I'm back on my snoop. Niggas be biting, they cracking, they tracking, they niggas be capping, they lacking it. Put a toe tag on the back of they battle with nukes, I'm attacking they troops. I wrote these bars in Sumerian text. The legends of Mu, I'm Sumerian sets. It was written in Targaryen text. Came to conquer all my variants. Yeah, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I'm here to right all my wrong. Yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah. We here to right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God. I'm teaching essentials, I'm operating at my peakest potential. Elijah, he told me to keep it on simple. Through these instrumentals, I speak to your mental. Red. Back in the booth, rap to the youth, they was lacking the truth. Rap to the seas, they was lacking the roots. Smoked all the trees and they snacking on fruits. Bed, attached to my roof, detached to the roof on the back of the coupe. Back from the future, I'm back in the red and the blue, yeah, I'm back on my snoop. Niggas be biting, they cracking, they tracking, they niggas be capping, they lacking it. Put a toe tag on the back of they battle with nukes, I'm attacking they troops. I wrote these bars in Sumerian text. The legends of Mu, I'm Sumerian sets. It was written in Targaryen text. Came to conquer all my variants. Yeah, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah. We here to right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God. Back on the mic, was dead on my back, now I'm back on my life. Came back from the future, went back to it twice. When I rose out the grave, they said that dude is Christ. I'ma shine like a star, I'ma twinkle, twinkle as I light up the sky. The whole world was watching on the night I arrived. The Messiah's here, I guess it's finally time. Swear that I hear every prayer that you say. I was there every day, I was scared everything.
Chat, what the hell? Whenever they got a pillar at the Vatican. Pope Pablo, where you at?
You either fight or run. Life a game, I feel like I won. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. We hit to right all our wrong. Hey, yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God.
From the quantum shadows, a traveler emerges. Fly Sinet, the multi-dimensional hacker, living his hero's journey. He joins the Pantheon at AI Masters Workshop, November 1st and 2nd, hosted by 363 Empire with Red Pillar and Seven Bomar. Tickets, lock yours in now.
This is the law of mental command. It is the understanding that you are not a victim of your thoughts, but a commander of them.